Hello guys, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. Welcome to another session. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. So quickly join in so that we can start our today's discussion. All right. So yes, हाँ, I guess everything is fine from my side. Audio and video is fine. तो एक बार जल्दी से आपका सभी लोग ज्वाइन कर लीजिए सेशन को एंड if everything is fine, please do let me know so that we can start our today's discussion. All right. तो अब हम लोग फाइनल पड़ाव पे हैं एंड वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन विद द सब्जेक्ट वाइज मैराथन यूनिट वाइज मैराथन ऑल्सो. ठीक है. सो टुडे विल बी डिस्कसिंग आपका the areas related to management, one final set of practice. Then आपका tomorrow we'll be discussing your commerce and accountancy, and then day after tomorrow आपका costing. तो तीन set of आपका session. In this particular session we'll be covering two things. One is your commerce and management portion. The another one is आपका the Prakash Sir will join at 8 o'clock for the another subject. Okay, so let's start the discussion with very first question, guys. So what will be your correct answer? अब आप लोगों को आंसर करना है सारी चीजें आपका. ठीक है. ठीक है. तो स्टार्ट करते हैं. आपका फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर स्क्रीन. प्लीज क्विकली गो थ्रू द क्वेश्चन एंड ट्राई टू आंसर दिस. तो द क्वेश्चन इज फादर ऑफ साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट. आज हम लोग उसको डिस्कस भी कर रहे थे आपका कुछ देर पहले. ठीक है. सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू आपका फादर ऑफ साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट, scientific management theory of basically like which is generally categorized under the classical theories of management. And what will be your correct answer? FW Taylor आपका. Right. So father of scientific management theory, FW Taylor. तो basically इनका क्या मानना था कि like things should be divided or decided based on science, not based on the thumb rule. Right. तो पहले आपका जैसे इंडस्ट्रियल रिवोल्यूशन से हम लोग बाहर निकल के आए, तो यहाँ पे ये सबसे पहली थ्योरी आपकी थी मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर, एंड जिसमें लोगों का जो अलॉटमेंट है या जो प्लेसमेंट है, राइट पर्सन एट राइट जॉब, इट शुड बी साइंटिफिकली, एंड वी शुड ट्रेन पीपल साइंटिफिकली, एंड आपका द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द वर्क or the subdivision should be based on the science itself. Right. So option A only will be right answer for this particular one. Next question on your screen. Which key characteristics of the flat organization primarily promote an open environment for communication, fostering a collaborative workplace, a culture and all? So अब flat organization. So when we do the organizing things, we have four type of structure. One is flat, another one is functional, then we have divisional, and the combination of division and your functional is called matrix. तो matrix सबसे ज़्यादा यूज होता है organizations के अंदर, especially when the organization is in a bigger size or we use आपका matrix organization. जैसे मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया था लास्ट टाइम भी, हमने इसको आपका डिस्कस किया था. राइट. तो what will be your correct answer? क्या होगा जल्दी से बताइए. ठीक है. Till that time I'll explain the other. So when it comes to functional, so functional is something आपका where we have functionaries wise classification. Like let's say we have a separate HR team, marketing team, finance team, operation team. So people those who have having experiences in HR, they'll work under this one. Those who have experiences under the finance team, they'll be working under the finance one. Right. So that is functional. The another one is आपका divisional. So when it comes to division, so divisional is something आपका where we have different team for the different division. Let's say we are running आपका business in India. For the Indian business, we have a separate HR, marketing, finance and operation team. Another business is let's say it is located in US. So for this we have different आपका HR, marketing, finance and operation team. तो हर एक डिवीजन के लिए, या जैसे लेट्स से वी हैव अ प्रोडक्ट ए और प्रोडक्ट बी, तो प्रोडक्ट ए के लिए आपका डिफरेंट टीम है, प्रोडक्ट बी के लिए आपका डिफरेंट टीम होगा, डिविजनल. व्हेन इट कम्स टू मैट्रिक्स आपका, ठीक है, सो मैट्रिक्स इज समथिंग विच इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ फंक्शनल एंड डिविजनल. तो यहाँ पे जो स्ट्रक्चर है बेसिकली द मोटिव इज ऑप्टिमल यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज. तो वेयर लेट्स से आपका इंडियन बिजनेस एंड आपका यूएस बिजनेस, राइट? सो फॉर इंडियन बिजनेस और लाइक दिस इज योर डिविजनल प्रोजेक्ट ए और प्रोजेक्ट बी आपका, and we have a HR team, so people under this, we have a marketing team, people under this, we have a finance team, people under this, and we have a operation team आपका, right? So if a person who is working under the finance team, they are working आपका for the Indian venture also, and the same person is working on the US venture also. The only problem with this particular structure is there is some sort of confusion while people they are reporting to multiple managers. ठीक है, जैसे ये पर्सन है, ये आपका फाइनेंस हेड को रिपोर्ट कर रहा है, ये जो प्रोजेक्ट ए का हेड है या इंडिया का हेड है उसको रिपोर्ट कर रहा है, या फिर आपका जो यूएस हेड है या आपका जो अदर है उसको आपका हेड कर रहा है. ठीक है, ठीक है, दिस इज द वन. When it comes to flat organization is very simple. Usually it is for the smaller businesses. ठीक है, like startup where there are only 30 people. तो जैसे यहाँ पे जो कोर टीम है, लेट्स से देयर इज अ पर्सन हु स्टार्टेड अ बिजनेस, ही ओनली मैनेजिंग एवरीथिंग. अब ये बंदा अकेले सब कुछ मैनेज कर रहा है, ये फाइनेंस भी देख रहा है, ये आपका मार्केटिंग भी. बेसिकली वी हैव सम सॉर्ट ऑफ सेंट्रलाइजेशन ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग. तो सारी चीजें आपका ये खुद से देख रहा होता है यहाँ पे, राइट? तो अब यहाँ पे लाइक even the people also they are assigned multiple job and all, so we do not have any sort of functionaries or any sort of division. So usually it is suitable for the smaller organization. So option C आपका people saying minimal level of management. Yes, we usually do not have middle management in case of your आपका flat organization. So 100% option C will be right answer for this one. तो ये जो different form of organizational structure है, please do remember this, and especially that matrix one. Matrix जो सबसे ज्यादा बार पूछा जाता है, because सबसे ज्यादा uses आपका matrix के, especially when it comes to the private organization, they work on the matrix approach because they want maximum utilization of resources itself, right? Clear है? और आप लोगों के अगर कोई doubts भी होंगे तो please do let me know those particular queries. Contingency approach to management suggests that contingency approach. So Fred Fiedler was the person behind this particular one. No one size fit to all. तो what will be your correct answer, guys? क्या होगा आंसर बताओ? आज सब आप लोगों ने आंसर करना है. Contingency approach of management, guys. Quickly, quickly, quickly. और अगर कोई डाउट भी है वो भी आप साथ साथ में बताते जाइए. So what will be your correct answer for this one? Yes, हाँ बिल्कुल सही. So when it comes to contingency, it is effective management depend on fitting the management approach to a specific situation. So Fred Fiedler ने क्या बोला आपका? ठीक है, there is no one size fit to all. ठीक है, let's say आपका it is totally depend on the leadership. So basically if we are having a situation A, so X might be the best suitable आपका management approach for this particular situation. And if situation is changing from A to B, maybe आपका the Y can be the best one, but this is not going to help. So it is depend on the situation, and it is depend on the leadership style or leadership, how quickly they assess the changing environment or the situation, and how quickly they adopt from आपका X to Y. So that is the core of this particular approach itself. So option B will be right answer for this particular one. Again, बहुत important modern management के अंदर along with that system theory and others जहाँ पे हमने उसको discuss किया था. Next one, low in change आपका 3 step in change model include which of the following stages? Though change is not part of your curriculum, core तरीके से नहीं है, but this is something कि अगर वो चेंज पे आते भी हैं, क्योंकि इट इज पार्ट ऑफ द मैनेजमेंट थिंग्स एंड ऑल, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई इंटेंशनली केप्ट दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, तो जहां पे आप अपनी जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग है वो बिल्ड कर सके. ठीक है, तो कर्ट लोइन चेंज मैनेजमेंट स्टाइल वेयर वी हैव 3 stages, like what he suggested कि whenever an organization is going through any sort of change, so the adoption should be in 3 phases. तो first one is आपका क्या होगा? first stage आपका it start with unfreeze, then change, then आपका refreeze. Let's say there is an organization which is usually doing business offline. Now they are moving from offline to online. तो अब देखो यहाँ पे क्या होगा कि people they'll be having some sort of confusion. अब अगर directly उनको बोल दोगे कि अब हम कल से चीजें ऑनलाइन करेंगे, they'll get confused. Maybe they do not have that much of skill set, or maybe आपका they'll feel that change is unnecessary क्योंकि हम ऑफलाइन में ही बढ़िया करें. But how you should implement this particular change or adopt this particular change, what they said कि first we have to, आपका the first stage is आपका unfreeze, where we have to make awareness about the change, why this change is important for the organization, what we are going to gain after this adoption, what will be your personal benefit, right? We have like people, they are having some sort of tendency, they always resist the change. देखा हम लोग मतलब नॉर्मल लाइफ में क्या होता है कि we do not want to enter into a new thing, right? तो यहाँ पे what he suggested कि people managers they should break that resistance. People they want to maintain that status quo, जैसे हैं वैसे रहना चाहते हैं, तो उसको break करना is आपका part of unfreeze. आपका awareness, creating sense of urgency, building the coalition, political support from the leaders, that generally comes under this. Second stage is आपका change, where we actually adopt that new thing. We have to keep monitor, we have to motivate employees, we have to keep their morale high. Then third one is a refreeze आपका, ठीक है? This is again very important or equally important, where we have adopted the new thing but we have to maintain that momentum. If you will miss this particular phase, so people they'll come back to their old habits and all. So that is generally part of this particular one. The option C must be right answer for this one. Very good guys, awesome. Next one. According to F.W. Taylor, scientific management theory, which of the following practices is essential for increasing productivity? Essential for increasing productivity. So what will be your correct answer? So अगर हमें अपनी productivity को बढ़ाना है, तो what we need to do? So that is the case. क्विकली प्रकाश सर को भी ज्वाइन करना है 8 बजे. उससे पहले आपको बिल्कुल अच्छे से एकदम रैपिड फायर में एक रिविजन, ठीक है? तो क्या होना चाहिए आपका? व्हाट शुड बी अ राइट आंसर? सिस्टमैटिक सिलेक्शन एंड ट्रेनिंग ऑफ वर्कर्स, राइट? fair days pays, fair days work and alignment in approaches that was related to this particular one. ठीक है, चलो next one guys, next one. Bloom's expectancy theory, motivation की theories में we have content based theory and we have process based theory. Content based theory, they generally tell people about the what motivate people. ठीक है, जैसे एक मतलब क्या motivation का source क्या होता है किसी भी individual के लिए, जैसे Maslow's hierarchy of need, theory of X and Y, ERG theory या आपका 3 need theory and others. When it comes to process based theory like Bloom's expectancy theory, they generally tell us the sources of motivation. This motivation comes from where, like क्या इनके sources हैं. So this is something कि जब हम organization के अंदर आपका when we are designing some incentive plan or motivational scheme for the people, तो इसका core आपका क्या होना चाहिए? तो what will be your correct answer guys? A आपका, B, अच्छा ये पिछले क्वेश्चन का आंसर था, इसी का है. तो what will be your correct answer? High instrumentality, high valence, high आपका efforts, performance, आपका what was the question? In Bloom's expectancy theory, if an employee perceive that their efforts has been direct and strong effect on their performance, this will following the term actually describe in the relationship. तो आपका it is related to expectancy, it is related to मतलब यहाँ पे वैलेंस इज समथिंग आपका वेयर वी कंपेयर थिंग्स कि एक्चुअल हमारे एफर्ट्स कितने थे, कितना मिला. व्हेन इट कम्स टू आपका इंस्ट्रूमेंटलिटी, इट इज द सेकंड स्टेज. द फर्स्ट स्टेज, इट इज अबाउट द फर्स्ट स्टेज. तो ऑप्शन सी मस्ट बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. तो 3 स्टेजेस आपका expectancy, instrumentality and valence. Valence is basically value for reward आपका. So that is the case under this. Next one. Which of the following not a character sketch of decentralization? Centralization and decentralization. These are the principles of आपका Henry Fayol 14 principle of management under their theory administrative theory of management. तो administrative theory of management जहाँ पे सेंट्रलाइजेशन और डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन के अप्रोच की बात की गई. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज, आपका क्वेश्चन क्या कह रहा है हमारा कि नॉट अ कैरेक्टर स्केच ऑफ डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन. सो व्हाट विल बी अ करेक्ट आंसर, क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? तो सेंट्रलाइजेशन इज बेसिकली वेयर all the decision or the major decision are made by the आपका the top management mostly. जैसे मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया था, हेडक्वार्टर में सारे डिसीजन हो रहे हैं एंड then they are imposing those particular decision to on the subordinate. When it comes to decentralization, it is delegation of power, where superior they are delegating their power to subordinate so that they can make the decision itself, right? So the subordinate are held accountable for their work. It is the end result of well thought out policy of delegating authority. It is more suitable for small organization rather than the large one. क्यों small organization के लिए ये helpful होगा? Because like where in this particular, जैसे हमारा एक छोटा सा स्टार्टअप है, तो जहाँ पे one single team और one person is making all the decision, हो सकता है 10 लोग काम करें, लिया जा सकता है. But in bigger organization like SBI or RBI or SEBI or any other TCS, Infosys, where you have to have delegate power, because one person cannot make all the decision or one office cannot make decision for the thousands of office and all, right? So option आपका this it produce autonomous and self-sustaining unit. आपका no, autonomous and self-sustained unit is part of decentralization. Sorry, I went wrong. आपका ठीक है, not a character sketch of decentralization. It produce autonomous and it is आपका this, it is suitable for the, it is decentralization means आपका delegation, not about the centralization. हाँ, आंसर भी आपका यही हो रहा है. तो when it comes to आपका decentralization, what we are doing कि we are delegating things. तो अब यहाँ पे क्या चीज है कि it is suitable for the bigger organization, not for the smaller one. ठीक है, centralization is suitable for the smaller organization, not the this one. तो C must be right answer for this one. Okay, एक बार देख लें. हाँ, तो देखो सेंट्रलाइजेशन इज समथिंग कि जहां पे एक छोटा सा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, वन पीपल और 2-3 पीपल दे आर मेकिंग डिसीजन अबाउट द एंटायर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. हर कोई छोटा से छोटा बड़ा से बड़ा डिसीजन वो लोग ले रहे हैं. डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन जैसे हमने एग्जांपल लिया एसबीआई का, तो लेट्स से हेडक्वार्टर इज लोकेटेड इन मुंबई. अब एक रिमोट विलेज ब्रांच के अंदर क्या हो रहा है या क्या होना चाहिए एट अ टाइम, दैट विल नॉट डायरेक्टली ड्रिवन बाय देम, राइट? तो कहीं ना कहीं सिचुएशन के हिसाब से वी हैव टू डेलीगेट द पावर टू द ब्रांच मैनेजर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ब्रांच इटसेल्फ, राइट? नेक्स्ट वन, the acceptance theory of authority was given by, acceptance theory of authority is given by whom? क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर गाइस? वैशाली मैम, फोर्थ स्टेटमेंट क्या था? It produce autonomous and self. This is true about decentralization. Decentralization में क्या हुआ? As I gave you an example of that SBI ना. So SBI क्या हुआ? Like there is a remote branch in Uttarakhand. आपका there is a place called रानीखेत. ठीक है, तो अब यहाँ पे जो चीजें होंगी that will be आपका taken care by the branch head itself, right? तो ये एक autonomous आपका, it produce autonomy, it is providing autonomy to the person who is leading this particular branch. They can make decision about their branch. So this is true. हमें क्या ढूंढना था? Not a character sketch of your आपका decentralization. So that this is the one. Understood? Vaishali ma'am, I hope you get this particular one. चलो next one. Acceptance theory of authority is given by whom? What will be your correct answer, guys? Quickly. क्या होगा correct answer आपका? Chester Bernard. So Chester Bernard was the person behind this particular theory itself, right? So please do remember these small things, because phase 1 is like कि जहां पे आपको easy side के questions आपके रहेंगे और जो core fundamentals आपके हैं ना किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में वो सबसे ज्यादा टेस्ट होंगे. तो you have to be very careful around these particular छोटे-छोटे चीजें जो आपके हैं उनको ध्यान रखेंगे, ठीक है? Which of the following is the barrier to effective communication? बताओ. या कम्युनिकेशन हमने बहुत प्रैक्टिस कर लिया है पिछले 2-3 दिनों में. सो व्हाट विल बी योर करेक्ट आंसर? बैरियर्स आपका, सो हमने एक कम्युनिकेशन पूरा प्रोसेस समझा था. सो वी हैव आपका देयर इज द रिक्वायरमेंट इज देयर मस्ट बी 2 पीपल, वन इज सेंडर, अनदर वन इज रिसीवर. सो सेंडर हु एनकोड मैसेज आपका, देन draft a message through the encoding or convert that idea with the help of encoding into a message, use the medium, then we have decoding आपका which is done by the receiver, then finally आपका feedback. Sometimes there is some noise आपका or the barriers in the communication which आप change the meaning. Let's say इसने A भेजा, उसने G समझा, तो मतलब like complete opposite आपका, तो there is some problem with that communication. It can be आपका बहुत सारे barriers हमने आपका discuss किए थे, ठीक है. So it can be आपका semantic barriers. Semantic barrier is something कि जहाँ पे आपका the language, it can be आपका जैसे there is a leader who is addressing a team and using some heavy jargons, ठीक है. तो ऐसा होता है ना कई बार, सिर्फ फाइनेंस वालों से आप बात करोगे तो दे यूज EBITDA, प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स, डेप्रिसिएशन, ऐसे टर्मिनोलॉजी जो एक नॉर्मल आपका जो लेमन एम्प्लॉय था उसकी समझ से बाहर थे, सपोज दैट. सो दैट इज द वन. साइकोलॉजिकल आपका द स्ट्रेस लेवल और द अदर थिंग्स अबाउट द रिसीवर, तो वो सिचुएशन में अगर वो आपका ले रहा है, ठीक है. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल आपका जैसे रिजिड हायरार्की एंड ऑल, so where subordinate do not have autonomy to or freedom to provide feedback and all, so that is this. So what will be our correct answer? These all are the part of the your organizational or sorry your communication barriers आपका, right. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. नेक्स्ट वन, Simon advocated delegating to sub-unit programs decision where non-program decision should be retained with dash management. तो जब हम लोग डेलीगेशन की बात करते हैं तो वहां पे साइमन ने एक चीज आपका बताया कि जो नॉन प्रोग्राम्ड आप सॉरी जो प्रोग्राम्ड आपके हैं, मतलब थिंग्स विच वी हैव ऑलरेडी टेस्टेड, मतलब ये चीजें हम पहले भी कर चुके हैं, एक प्रोसेस आपका सेट है, वी हैव स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड थिंग्स हाउ टू परफॉर्म दैट पर्टिकुलर जॉब एंड ऑल. तो जहां पे सब कुछ आपका प्रोसीजर पहले से फिक्स है, उनका डेलीगेशन करना चाहिए किसको, आपका जो सबऑर्डिनेट से अदर्स हैं. बट जो नॉन प्रोग्राम्ड है, जो नई चीजें आपकी हैं, दैट वहां पे जो डिसीजन मेकिंग है वो किसके द्वारा होनी चाहिए, एज पर साइमन इट इज अपर मैनेजमेंट. सो अपर लेवल स्ट्रेटेजिक आपका, तो इट शुड बी ऑप्शन सी फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन इटसेल्फ, राइट है. यस, वेरी गुड. सो प्रोग्राम्ड आपका decision having repetitive component and where pre-established example are present. Non-programmed decision आपका non-repetitive in nature and direct toward solving problem in new environment and in new आपका variables and all. So this is something where we have to take some sort of caution, and that's why the decision must be taken by the upper level strategic and all, right. Next one guys, ब्रूम्स एक्सपेक्टेंसी थ्योरी. वैलेंस का मतलब क्या होता है बताओ जरा, बहुत आसान है, अभी हमने कुछ देर पहले डिस्कस किया है इसको, ठीक है. सो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ वैलेंस इन केस ऑफ ब्रूम्स एक्सपेक्टेंसी थ्योरी? व्हाट विल बी योर करेक्ट आंसर गाइस? सो वैलेंस मीन्स आपका वैल्यू फॉर रिवॉर्ड की, लाइक लेट्स से आपका एक्सपेक्टेंसी कि अगर मैं इतना एडिशनल वर्क करता हूं तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा, दैट इज एक्सपेक्टेंसी. देन इंस्ट्रूमेंटलिटी कि अब मैंने वो काम किया है, लाइक एक्सपेक्टेंसीज, कैन आई हिट माई टारगेट, मीन्स क्या मैं इतना एडिशनल काम कर पाऊंगा. इंस्ट्रूमेंटलिटी, अगर करूंगा तो व्हाट आई गेट. वैलेंस इज आई हैव डन दैट जॉब, सो द रिवॉर्ड आई गेट फ्रॉम द कंपनी and what was my expectations, तो वो आपका वैलेंस, ठीक है. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड वैल्यू फॉर रिवॉर्ड आपका. तो what will be your correct answer? The belief that effort will lead to performance, so this is your expectancy. The belief that performance will lead to reward, this is your instrumentality. The importance an individual place on expected reward, तो जहां पे वो क्या कर रहा है, कंपैरिजन कर रहा है कि what I was expecting and what I get from that particular company. So that is valence, value for reward. So option C must be right answer for this particular one. तीनों को ध्यान रखना है. This is expectancy, this is instrumentality and this is valence आपका in as per आपका Bloom's expectancy theory of motivation. Consider the following statement regarding introduction to management and evolution of management thought. बहुत basic है, ठीक है. स्टेटमेंट को देख के बिल्कुल भी आपका जज नहीं करना है, वेरी वेरी सिंपल. तो व्हाट विल बी योर करेक्ट आंसर? द मेन फंक्शन ऑफ मैनेजमेंट इज प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, लीडिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग. साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय फ्रेडरिक टेलर फोकस ऑन इंप्रूविंग एफिशिएंसी थ्रू time and motion studies, and the contingency approach of management emphasis that there is no single best way to manage all the situations. So what will be your correct answer for this one, guys? क्या होगा correct answer? What we have to find out? We have to find out the correct statement आपका, ठीक है? तो क्या है पहला statement? The main function आपका as per Henry Fayol, this is true. Scientific management introduced by Frederick Taylor आपका FW Taylor, focusing on improving efficiency through time and motion. Time and motion. यहाँ पे कुछ गड़बड़ क्या? The contingency approach of management emphasizes that there is, हाँ मतलब this is also true. The contingency approach to management emphasizes that there is, मैंने इसको पढ़ा, there is no single, it should be आपका there is no single best way to manage all situation, right? So one size not fit to all, that is the case आपका. तो 1 and 2 means option B will be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? नहीं, सी दिस इज रॉन्ग आपका, ठीक है. थर्ड स्टेटमेंट यहाँ पे ना नॉट नहीं लिखा है, ठीक है. यहाँ पे लिखा है कि अ सिंगल बेस्ट वे टू मैनेज ऑल सिचुएशन, ठीक है. सो एम्फेसिस दैट देयर इज अ सिंगल बेस्ट वे टू मैनेज. ये क्या कह रहा है कि आपका वन साइज फिट टू ऑल, ठीक है. आई ऑल्सो स्किप दैट वन while I read this particular one, so please do take care about this. So 1 and 2 will be right answer for this one. Next one, guys, next one, as a result of decentralization, तो result आपका decentralization, when we go for the decentralization, so it is, what will be your correct answer? Decentralization. So the importance of senior increase, importance of senior decrease, the importance of subordinate decrease, the importance of all of the above increase, the importance of top level management आपका. So what will be your correct answer? Yes, हाँ. So importance of subordinate increases in this particular case because they are getting authority and autonomy to make decision about their areas and all. So option C, who mentioned this? Lakshman sir. Very good, Lakshman sir. So decentralization is something, delegation of power, ठीक है, where we are moving things from आपका top to lower things and all, right? Next one. Consider the following statement about the functional organization. Functional organization. Functional organization. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट वन, अब फंक्शनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अभी हमने डिस्कस किया था, ऑल द 4 टाइप, फ्लैट, फंक्शनल, डिविजनल एंड योर आपका मैट्रिक्स, राइट. तो अब फंक्शनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कोर, तो फंक्शनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कोर इज व्हाट? सो हु विल टेल द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस वन, गाइस? The functional organization streamline process by grouping employee with the similar skill. HR person or people are working under HR. Finance are under finance. This structure is ineffective for organization with आपका diverse product line. Functional organization promote innovation. मतलब this is also no. This structure is ineffective for the organization with diverse product line. This is true. Functional organization promote innovation by integrating cross-functional team. आपका no, it should be wrong. 1 and 2 means I'll go with option B. What do you guys suggest, guys? क्या होगा आपको हिसाब से करेक्ट आंसर? A आपका, A means 1 and 3. देखो फंक्शनल में क्या हो रहा है कि वी हैव HR टीम, सो HR पीपल वर्किंग अंडर दिस, मार्केटिंग आपका, वी हैव फाइनेंस. तो ये हमारा फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर है, ठीक है, ऑपरेशन वाले ऑपरेशन में. फंक्शनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रीमलाइन प्रोसेस ग्रुपिंग, मतलब सिमिलर टाइप ऑफ स्किल पीपल विल वर्क अंडर दिस पर्टिकुलर, इसलिए पहला सही है, सब लोग बोल रहे हैं. द स्ट्रक्चर इज इनइफेक्टिव फॉर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विद डाइवर्स प्रोडक्ट लाइन. अब इसके लिए ना, व्हाई आई एम एलिमिनेटिंग दिस, इट शुड बी आपका डिविजनल. इसके लिए आपका डिविजनल विल बी द बेस्ट फिट आपका, ठीक है. अगर हमारा आंसर करेक्ट है, आप लोग भी सही हो सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है, ठीक है. Functional organization promote innovation. Sorry, the structure is ineffective. हाँ, it is आपका मतलब the statement is true because it is mentioned the structure is ineffective for the this because the most suitable is divisional. Functional organization promote innovation by integrating cross functional. No, हमने कई बार चैलेंज क्या होता है आपका, we start doing some sort of competition. तो ये आपका कहीं ना कहीं जो इनोवेशन या अदर से फीडबैक सिस्टम है उसको वीक करता है. तो अब पहले एक बार आंसर देख लेते हैं. यस, ऑप्शन बी. सो 1 and 2. व्हाई दिस इज रॉन्ग दैट वी हैव डिस्कस इन दिस पर्टिकुलर केस. समझ में आया सबको? बिकॉज एवरीबडी मार्क ऑप्शन ए, और ऑप्शन ए क्यों नहीं होगा उसके ऊपर हमने यहाँ पे छोटा सा डिस्कशन किया. नेक्स्ट वन, व्हाट इज कंसिडर्ड एज लाइफ spark of management and include motivating guide and motivating guiding supervision communication. तो किसके फीचर हैं, कौन से फंक्शन के फीचर है? So motivation, supervision, leadership, communication, all these features comes under which function of management? बताओ जरा. अगर आपने मैनेजमेंट फंक्शंस को पढ़ा होगा, प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, स्टाफिंग, डायरेक्टिंग, कंट्रोलिंग, तो कहां पे आप इनके बारे में स्टडी करते हैं? सो व्हाट विल बी योर करेक्ट आंसर? इट इज अ डायरेक्टिंग फंक्शन ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. तो मींस आपका ऑप्शन बी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर. वेरी गुड गाइस. यस, नेक्स्ट वन, a long-term planning process typically performed by top-level management focus on organization, mission, vision, and overall strategic direction. Very simple. So we'll be having regular session आपका today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. तो कल हम लोग आपका finance and accounting, परसों आपका company law and the another one is कॉस्टिंग. तो ये 3 दिन आपका बैक टू बैक रहेंगे. 7 PM से स्टार्ट होंगे, 7 to 9, और जितना भी टाइम आपका ये लेंगे सेशन सारे. ठीक है, तो एक अच्छा कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव रिविजन तीनों सब्जेक्ट का मेरी तरफ से, और जो रिमेनिंग सब्जेक्ट है उसमें माधव सर एंड प्रकाश सर विल जॉइन अस. ओके गाइस, चलो. तो क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? इट इज द स्ट्रेटेजिक प्लानिंग आपका. ठीक है, सो वी हैव 3 टाइप ऑफ प्लानिंग बेसिकली. Strategic planning, which is usually long term planning, which is about the deciding goal and objective at a broader level कि what we are going to do down the line 3 years or 5 years, और कहीं ना कहीं they are aligned with the mission and vision statement of that particular organization itself. करेक्ट है? आगे बढ़ते हैं. चलो नेक्स्ट वन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस, क्विकली. A SWOT analysis is typically used in planning phase to evaluate the internal strength and weaknesses and external opportunities in threat. बिल्कुल सही है आपका. ठीक है, सो SWOT आपका ऑप्शन ए विल बी राइट आंसर. इतना टाइम क्यों लग रहा है इसमें? बहुत आसान है. ठीक है, सो जहां पे स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस आर इंटरनल एंड अपॉर्चुनिटीज एंड थ्रेट्स आर एक्सटर्नल, राइट? तो पहला ही स्टेटमेंट आपका विच इज करेक्टली मेंशन इन दिस पर्टिकुलर केस. आसान है. नेक्स्ट वन, स्मार्ट अप्रोच. ऐसी छोटी छोटी चीजें जिनके ऊपर बहुत अच्छा कमांड रखना है, टैब रखना है. ठीक है, फेज 1 में they might go for these kind of things and all, so you have to be very careful around these particular thing guys. चलो बताओ क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? what will be your correct answer? आंसर करो सब सभी लोग. ठीक है, चलो. so what will be your correct answer guys? your goal while we decide the goal or while we do the planning. तो आपका जैसे आपने गोल सेटिंग थ्योरी भी पढ़ा होगा, मोटिवेशन आपका, तो वहां पे भी हम लोग क्या करते हैं, आपका गोल शुड बी स्पेसिफिक, M फॉर मेजरेबल, A फॉर अचीवेबल, R फॉर रेलिवेंट एंड T फॉर टाइम बाउंड, राइट? सो बी आप लोग बोलें स्पेसिफिक, मेजरेबल, अचीवेबल, रेलिवेंट एंड टाइम बाउंड. विदाउट एनी डाउट ऑप्शन बी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. नेक्स्ट वन, which of the following type of organizational structure most likely lead to confusion regarding authority and accountability? So just now we have gone through all these one. Please quickly tell me. So where we are having some sort of confusion. ठीक है, तो क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? बी आपका मैट्रिक्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, विदाउट एनी डाउट 100% ट्रू. क्यों है ये भी समझ में आ गया ना कि बिकॉज पीपल दे नीड टू आंसर आपका, और दे आर गेटिंग ऑर्डर्स फ्रॉम द मल्टीपल बॉसेस, राइट? चलो नेक्स्ट वन गाइस, हाउ डज द frustration regression principle in elder for ERG theory differ from Maslow's hierarchy of need. तो Maslow's hierarchy of need, तो जहां पे we have 5 आपका this pyramid, आपका physiological, then we have safety, love and belonging, social, esteem and self-actualization. This is summarized as existence, relatedness and आपका growth by the आपका elder for that is called elder for ERG theory, existence, relatedness and growth. Now what Maslow said कि this should move always in upward, right? उन्होंने बोला हमेशा upward move करता है, but Elderford come up with a different theory. उन्होंने क्या बोला कि there is a principle of progression and regression. Sometime when people they won't be able to achieve their high level goal, they regress toward their lower level and all, right? तो क्या होगा आंसर आपका B? If it states that unmet high level need may cause individual to regress to the lower level need. 100% true. Very good. Well done, guys. Chalo. So option B. Please do remember this. This is the only principle which differentiate आपका Maslow's hierarchy of need with your elder for ERG theory. Apart from that division, right? Next one. According to Douglas McGraw theory X and Y, which of the following management practices is most aligned with theory Y approach? Theory Y. The theory X people आपका they are money is the only motivation for them. They dislike work and we need authoritarian approach of management for them. When it comes to theory Y people, work is natural for them. They are innovative. They like work and they believe in the organization and system. Participative approach of management is more suitable in that particular case आपका, right? तो क्या होगा correct answer? Mansi ma'am is saying option C. Encourage employee autonomy and providing opportunities for personal goal. 100% आपका option C will be right answer for this particular question. Correct है? तो theory X and Y by Douglas McGraw. So theory X, आपका they dislike work, ambition and need strict supervision और authoritarian approach. कई बार ना ये approach पूछा जाता है कि for theory X people what management or which management approach is most suitable. तो for them आपका authoritarian, जहाँ पे you have to keep a tap on these particular people. अगर आप उनको ध्यान नहीं दोगे, supervise नहीं करोगे, वो काम चोरी करेंगे. Why people आपका they are self motivated, self directed. तो अगर आप इनके ऊपर अथॉरिटेरियन लगाओगे तो वो परेशान होंगे, अननेसेसरी आप उनको परेशान कर रहे हैं. ये अच्छे लोग हैं, तो पार्टिसिपेटिव अप्रोच ऑफ मैनेजमेंट इज बेस्ट फिट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर केस. ठीक है. Based on Heisenberg two-factor theory, which of the following would most likely result in job dissatisfaction? It is about job dissatisfaction. बताओ, कल हमने डिस्कस किया था Heisenberg two-factor theory. बहुत आसान है गाइस. Everyone quickly. तो वो फैक्टर्स एलिमेंट्स आपको याद रखने होंगे. ठीक है. सो एज पर Heisenberg two-factor theory, these two factors are independent. One is motivators who motivate people. The another one is आपका hygiene factor which generally prevent the organizational or employee dissatisfaction. The hygiene factor which generally prevent the आपका dissatisfaction. ठीक है. So that is the one. That is the case for this particular one. तो क्या होगा correct answer? Anyone guys? Okay. तो lack of recognition for accomplishment, it is आपका motivators. Recognition comes under the motivators. Absence of clear company policies and job security, it is आपका hygiene factor including salary. Salary comes under this. कल का क्वेश्चन था ना salary के ऊपर, तो salary is a hygiene factor. Limited opportunities for career advancement, motivator. And insufficient challenging task आपका, this is again आपका motivator. तो option B must be right answer for this particular one. So please do remember this. When comes to hygiene factor, salary, job security, policy, work conditions and all, motivators which include achievement, recognition, growth, आपका they are generally around this particular one. Correct है? आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next one. How does equity theory explain the reaction of an employee who perceive the over rewarded compared to their colleagues? ठीक है. तो आप कहीं पर काम कर रहे हैं, आपको जितना औरों को पैसा मिल रहा है, ठीक है, लेट्स से और लोगों को सेम काम करने के लिए दे आर गेटिंग 1 लाख रुपीज और द इंडस्ट्री एवरेज इज 1 लाख एंड यू आर गेटिंग 5 लाख रुपीज। अब क्या होगा उस स्टेज में आपका, तो मतलब आपका क्या होगा, वो अपने पर्सनल व्यूज नहीं, आपको जॉन एडम्स स्टेसी, ठीक है, जॉन स्टेसी एडम्स, जिनका थॉट प्रोसेस अप्लाई करना है। सो व्हाट विल बी योर करेक्ट आंसर? यस, हाँ, वेरी गुड। सो दे फील गिल्टी एंड मे इंक्रीज एफर्ट टू रिस्टोर द बैलेंस, ठीक है। तो ऐसे लोग क्या करते हैं आपका, वो अपने एफर्ट्स को बढ़ाना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं। दैट इज द कोर ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर। वेरी गुड गाइस, वेल डन। So equity, John Stacey Adams state that employee compare their input output with others. When over rewarded, individual feel guilty and discomfort. So that is आपका कहीं ना कहीं एक positive reinforcement वो आपका लेके चल रहे होते हैं। Next one, which type of communication in organization break the scalar chain and allow a direct contract between आपका सेम लेवल और हॉरिजेंटल इन डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स? आपका बताओ क्या कहते हैं इसको, विच फॉर्म ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन इट इज, कौन से फॉर्म का कम्युनिकेशन है, बताइए। तो क्या होगा, हेनरी फ्यूल, जो जिन्होंने आपका स्केलर चेन दिया था, एंड फॉर फॉर एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन उन्होंने बोला कि देयर कैन बी अ कट शॉट एंड दैट कट शॉट इज जनरली नोन एज गैंग प्लैंग, राइट। तो उसको हम किस नाम से जानते हैं, आपका गैंग प्लैंक के नाम से आपका जानते हैं। तो ऑप्शन डी, वेरी गुड। सो ऑप्शन डी विल बी, इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज फ्यूल ब्रिज, इसको फ्यूल ब्रिज के नाम से भी जाना जाता है। इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ फॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन चैनल, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग बेस्ट एक्सप्लेन व्हाई परफॉर्मेंस रिव्यू आपका लाइक 1-to-1 मीटिंग्स इन ऑल दे आर कंसिडर्ड फॉर्मल। तो ये जो जैसे एम्प्लॉयज के जो आपका ईयर एंड पे जो रिव्यू होते हैं ना, परफॉर्मेंस अप्रेजल्स आपका, कि क्या केपीआई थे और क्या आपका परफॉर्मेंस रहा, जहां पे लीडर्स और मैनेजर्स दे आर मीटिंग विद देयर सबऑर्डिनेट्स एंड उनका पूरा हिसाब किताब उनको बता रहे होते हैं। व्हाई दिस इज कंसीडर्ड एज योर आपका फॉर्मल वन? सो व्हाट विल बी योर करेक्ट आंसर? मानसी मैम इज saying ऑप्शन सी, they follow a structured schedule process and used for the official evaluation. 100% true. आप only one answer. Why so? It was easy, right? So because यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि हम उनको डॉक्यूमेंट करें, we are using those particular feedback for the appraisals or promotions and all. Organizational use में आपका वो आ रहे होते हैं, right? हाँ, very good Lakshman sir. In the communication process, which of the following best illustrate the impact of semantic barriers? ठीक है, semantic barriers. So what will be your correct answer? Semantic barriers. So semantic barriers आपका जल्दी से, so all the barriers we have discussed in our previous classes. तो सारी चीजें हमने मतलब जितना भी करिकुलम है सब कुछ हम लोग एक्सप्लोर कर चुके हैं, एंड आई गेस दिस इज द थर्ड सेट आपका अराउंड दी, थर्ड और फोर्थ सेट आपका अराउंड मैनेजमेंट, एंड दिस इज द फाइनल वन फॉर दिस ईयर सेबी ग्रेड ए 25-26। हाँ, यस, ऑप्शन बी, मैनेजर डायरेक्टिव मिसअंडरस्टूड ड्यू टू एम्बिगुअस लैंग्वेज, जैसे हमने बात करी थी एबिटा की, तो दैट वाज बियॉन्ड द कैपेसिटी ऑफ दैट लेबर क्लास आपका, उसको समझ में नहीं आया कि क्या बोल के चले गए ये करके ना, दैट इज द वन। नेक्स्ट वन, डैश कम्युनिकेशन फ्लो विद इन एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन्वॉल्व द एक्सचेंज ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन बिटवीन इंडिविजुअल एट सेम हायरार्किकल लेवल फैसिलिटेटिंग कोलैबोरेशन एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन। तो हमारे पास होता है ना जैसे आपका कम्युनिकेशन लाइक दिस, कम्युनिकेशन लाइक दिस एंड कम्युनिकेशन लाइक दिस, फ्लो वाइज अगर आप इसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं तो दिस इज योर वर्टिकल, दिस इज योर आपका हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड दिस इज योर डायगोनल। तो ये हमारा वन मैनेजर इज कनेक्टिंग विद अनदर और वन सबऑर्डिनेट इज कनेक्टिंग विद अदर, तो दिस इज आपका कॉल हॉरिजॉन्टल, मींस ऑप्शन सी will be right answer for this particular one. Correct? Nobody answer this particular question. How come guys? इतना आसान है। Which of the following is an example of employee engagement in staffing process? So engagement is basically how people within groups or organization they are making relation with each others, and that healthy engagement is improving the overall आपका output of the business itself. तो क्या होगा, offering competitive salary, creating a work environment that encourages employee involvement and commitment. आपका option B must be right answer for this particular one. Next one, which of the following is key distinction between feed forward control and concurrent control? So we have three type of control: फीड फॉरवर्ड, कॉन्करेंट एंड फीडबैक। फीड फॉरवर्ड एंड फीडबैक के बीच में बहुत बार कंफ्यूज होते हैं आप लोग, तो प्लीज इसको आपका ध्यान रखिएगा, ठीक है। तो व्हेन इट कम्स टू कॉन्करेंट, इट इज समथिंग आपका डेली बेस, 3 स्टेजेस। फीड फॉरवर्ड इज बिफोर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग द जॉब इटसेल्फ और टास्क इटसेल्फ वी मेड सम चेंजेस। जैसे कुछ ट्रेंड में चेंज हो रहे हैं तो उन ट्रेंड को हमने समझते हुए अपना प्लान किया। कॉन्करेंट इज एट द टाइम ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन, अभी हमने उसको स्टार्ट कर दिया है, उसके हिसाब से कुछ फीडबैक है, उन फीडबैक को हम अपने एक्शंस में इंटीग्रेट कर रहे हैं। फीडबैक इज समथिंग आपका, फीडबैक कंट्रोल इज वी हैव कंप्लीटेड दैट जॉब, देन वी आर एनालाइजिंग कि व्हाट वर्क्स फॉर अस, व्हाट डिड नॉट वर्क फॉर अस, ठीक है। तो जो काम किया उस पे और आगे कैसे उसको और बेहतर बना सकते हैं, जो नहीं किया उसको हम कैसे आपका इंप्रूव कर सकते हैं। दैट इज द केस इन दिस पर्टिकुलर वन, करेक्ट है। तो अब आते हैं आंसर के ऊपर, व्हाट यू गाइस सजेस्टिंग बी। ओके, फीड फॉरवर्ड कंट्रोल इन्वॉल्व एंटिसिपेटिंग एंड प्रिवेंटिंग प्रॉब्लम्स, बिल्कुल सही। while concurrent focus on real time monitoring during the आपका activity, it's 100% true, very good guys, well done. Next one, which of the following describe the transformational leadership? तो we have transactional और transformational, एक तो ये आपका अप्रोच, दूसरा अप्रोच इज आपका ऑटोक्रेटिक, मतलब लीडरशिप स्टाइल जब हम बात करते हैं, ऑटोक्रेटिक, पार्टिसिपेटिव या डेमोक्रेटिक, एंड थर्ड वन इज लेज़ी-फेयर। कर्ट लुईन आपका लीडरशिप स्टाइल, ये प्लीज ध्यान रखिएगा, ठीक है। ये हमने पास्ट में भी प्रैक्टिस किए हैं काफी सारे विद डिटेल क्वेश्चन इन ऑल, तो वो आपको हेल्प करेंगे आने वाले एग्जामिनेशन में। तो व्हेन इट कम्स टू ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल लीडर्स, विजनरी, जो लॉन्ग टर्म को फोकस करके आपका काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। सो इट एम्फेसिस कंपेलिंग विजन एंड इमोशनल कनेक्शन विद एम्प्लॉइज, encourage continuous feedback, inspiration to maintain momentum, avoid micromanagement and does not rely on forced compliances. It may sometimes disrupt consistency in organizational policies. Without employee buy-in, आपका it is not possible. तो 1, 2, 3, 4 means आपका option A only will be right answer for this particular one. Very good guys. So employee support or employee buy-in is must. A CEO implement a leadership approach where employee have total autonomy. Decisions are only guided when absolutely necessary. तो कौन सा स्टाइल है as per Kurt Lewin, बताओ। So as per Kurt Lewin, this will be categorized under the which style of leadership? तो leadership आपका वहां पे autocratic, democratic, laissez-faire, ठीक है। कर्ट लुईन के अप्रोच में ये नहीं आता है, ठीक है, तो ये तो अपने आप हट जाएगा। Autocratic is basically where leader is making all the decision. You have to do this by this way, based on reward and punishment. अगर आप करोगे तो पैसा मिलेगा, नहीं तो निकाले जाओगे। Democratic, participative, where leader and subordinate they are jointly making decision. Laissez-faire is basically where all the decisions are made by the subordinate. Leader is just observing them. और जहां पे आपका नेसेसरी है वहीं पे वो आपका इंटरफेयर कर रहा होता है। तो ऑप्शन सी will be right answer for this one. This is also called free reign or delegative style, ठीक है। आगे बढ़ते हैं। Which of the following is not disadvantages of autocratic leadership as described by the Kirtley? Not, हाँ, not a disadvantage of autocratic. बताओ जरा, बहुत आसानी से अभी हमने समझा है, तो अब तो ये सबको आ जाएगा गेस। नॉट अ डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑफ ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडरशिप, ठीक है। तो क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? इतना टाइम क्यों लग रहा है? हाँ, वेरी गुड मानसी मैम। स्लोअर डिसीजन मेकिंग ड्यू टू एक्सेसिव कंसल्टेशन, ये तो यहाँ पे होता ही नहीं है, राइट, बिकॉज द डिसीजन आर यूनिलेटरल, वन पर्सन इज मेकिंग डिसीजन अबाउट द थिंग्स, राइट। तो यहाँ पे आपका ये डिस्कशन ही नहीं है, तो स्लो कहाँ पे होगा? ये कहाँ पे होता है? पार्टिसिपेटिव में, वेयर वी हैव इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ एंटायर टीम। तो वहां पे कई बार पूरी टीम की सहमति नहीं होती है अदर्स, यहाँ पे वन पर्सन इज मेकिंग डिसीजन, तो डिसीजन आर वेरी क्विक। तो दिस इज एन एडवांटेजेस ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर थ्योरी इटसेल्फ, करेक्ट है। आगे बढ़ते हैं। अ लीडर वांट टू फॉस्टर इनोवेशन विद इन अ टीम while ensuring strong commitment and high morale. बताओ कौन सा स्टाइल फिट रहेगा इसमें? आप कौन से टीम में ऐसा देखने के लिए मिल सकता है ये फीचर आपका, या कौन से लीडरशिप के अंदर? this feature will be available guys, quickly. And जो आपके दोस्त लोग हैं, those who are preparing for SEBI grade examination, please do share this session with them also. And not today only, we'll be doing these particular session for next 3 days, today, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, and we'll be covering all the subject which are generally part of this particular one. ठीक है, current affairs session are already going on, जहाँ पे प्रकाश आपका पुष्पक सर ने सेशन किए हैं, मनीष सर और माधव सर ने बहुत सारे सेशन किए हैं, तो यू कैन टेक द रेफरेंसेस फ्रॉम देम. ठीक है, सो इट इज अ केस ऑफ आपका डेमोक्रेटिक लीडरशिप. करंट अफेयर्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो जी वाला पोर्शन है मोस्टली इट विल बी ड्रिवन बाय द करंट अफेयर्स आपका. ठीक है, तो एक बार अच्छे से उनको रिवाइज कीजिएगा. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग क्रिटिसिज्म अप्लाई टू ग्रेट मैन थ्योरी ऑफ लीडरशिप? थॉमस कार्ले, लीडर्स आर बॉर्न नॉट मेड. उन्होंने क्या बोला था कि एक लीडरशिप के लिए कुछ क्वालिटीज की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, और हिस्ट्री में ये क्वालिटीज कुछ लिमिटेड लोगों के पास थी जिन्होंने उनको ग्रेट लीडर बनाया, लाइक महात्मा गांधी, अब्राहम लिंकन एंड ऑल. सो उन्होंने क्या बोला, लीडर आर बॉर्न नॉट मेड. तो दैट इज द कोर, एंड इसी के अगेंस्ट आपका हमारा क्या है, क्रिटिसिज्म है. इट डज नॉट अकाउंट द रोल ऑफ एनवायरमेंटल factors in leadership development. तो option A only will be right answer for this particular one. ठीक है, environmental factor भी होता है. We learn things from our environment and we adopt things आपका, and accordingly we change our leadership. According to Fred Fiedler contingency, a leader with low LPC, least preferred co-workers, is score is best suited for which type of situation? अब LPC is very important component of contingency theory. तो इन्होंने बोला कि there can be two type of leadership approaches. One is आपका task oriented, another one is people oriented. ठीक है, अब ये जो task oriented है ना, this is something which is linked with the contingency. If there is a contingency in the organization, so leaders आपका they should be आपका quick decision maker and all in according to the situation. अब ऐसे लोग जो होते हैं ना, जो अपने हिसाब से डिसीजन लेते हैं, उनको लोग कम पसंद करते हैं, तो उनका एलपीसी स्कोर क्या होगा, लो होगा, एंड दे आर मोर सुटेबल फॉर आपका रिलेशनशिप आर वीक, या ऐसी जहां पे सिचुएशन है दैट इज इक्वल टू कंटिजेंसी, एंड दैट सिचुएशन दे विल बी द बेस्ट फिट आपका टू सॉल्व दैट पर्टिकुलर वन. तो एलपीसी इज बेसिकली काइंड ऑफ अ क्वेश्चनर्स वेयर वी जनरली सर्कुलेट 25 क्वेश्चंस टू द सबऑर्डिनेट. जैसे एक लीडर है, उसके जो सबऑर्डिनेट है उनको क्वेश्चनर दे रहे हैं, हम उनसे बोल रहे हैं कि आप अपने लीडर को क्या करो, रेट करो. जैसे 1 से 8 के बीच में आपको रेट करना है. अब जो लोग 8 की तरफ, जैसे एक लीडर है जिसका रेटिंग है 8, मींस उसकी जो सबऑर्डिनेट है बहुत ज्यादा खुश है, मतलब दैट पर्सन इज पीपल ओरिएंटेड. अनदर वन इज गेटिंग आपका 2 मार्क्स और 3 मार्क्स, दैट मींस दैट पर्सन इज टास्क ओरिएंटेड. ठीक है, वो सिचुएशन को आपका बेहतर ढंग से हैंडल कर सकता है. ठीक है दोस्तों, आगे बढ़ते हैं. ब्लेक एंड मोशन मैनेजरियल ग्रेड, leadership style emphasis both high concern for people and high concern for production. कल हमने डिस्कस किया था ब्लेक एंड मोशन मैनेजरियल ग्रेड, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, वन क्वेश्चन आपका पूछा जा सकता है. ठीक है, तो एज पर दिस लीडरशिप आपका वी हैव 5 टाइप ऑफ लीडरशिप. ठीक है, स्कोर आपका 1-1, 1-9, ठीक है, आपका 9-1 और आपका 5-5 एंड वी हैव 9-9. ठीक है, याद है, कल ही हमने इनको आपका डिस्कस किया था कि किस तरीके से ये काम करते हैं. तो दिस इज योर इम्प्रोवाइज, दिस इज योर आपका कंट्री क्लब, दिस इज मिडिल ऑफ द रोड, एंड दिस इज आपका टीम मैनेजमेंट. ठीक है, टीम मैनेजमेंट, एंड दिस इज योर टास्क मैनेजर. ठीक है, सो दिस इज योर टास्क मैनेजर. तो यहाँ पे आपका जो सिचुएशन दिया है वो आपको ये दिया है. ठीक है, सो हाई कंसर्न फॉर बोथ, मतलब लीडरशिप परफॉर्मेंस गेट जस्ट बेस्ड ऑन कंसर्न फॉर पीपल एंड कंसर्न फॉर प्रोडक्शन. तो अब दोनों में ही बेस्ट है, तो आपका क्या हो जाएगा, इट इज अ टीम मैनेजमेंट. ठीक है, तो लीडर दैट पर्सन इज कैटेगराइज्ड एज टीम एंड व्हिच इज द अल्टीमेट गोल ऑफ आपका अचीविंग दोस पर्टिकुलर वन. नेक्स्ट वन. ओके, वन मोर क्वेश्चन गाइस, क्विकली. So which leadership style balance concern for people and concern for production but does not excel in this? तो आपका middle of the road 5-5 आपका. ठीक है, so it is categorized under the आपका 5-5 middle of the road itself, right? Next one. Consider the following statement regarding the emerging new role of HR professional under strategic HRM. अब ये टर्मिनोलॉजी जो है ना, इसको समझ लो, सारा केस सॉल्व हो जाएगा. स्ट्रेटेजिक एचआरएम इज बेसिकली अलाइनिंग योर एचआर एक्टिविटीज टुवर्ड द ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रेटेजी. तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की जो स्ट्रेटेजीज हैं, आदर्श हैं, उसी तरीके से हम इसको आपका अलाइन कर रहे होते हैं. ठीक है. तो स्ट्रेटेजिक एचआरएम, एचआर प्रोफेशनल आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू फंक्शन इन आइसोलेशन. रॉन्ग है. The traditional HR role focus on being reactive and pro employer. बिल्कुल, पहले HR का इतना इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं था. जो ओनर्स थे उनके हिसाब से वो काम करते थे, उन्हीं के भले के लिए काम करते थे. आज के डेट में आपका प्रो एम्प्लॉय हो गए. लाइन मैनेजर आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू एक्ट एज लोकल. जैसे अगर आप कोई लाइन मैनेज किसी ब्रांच को हेड करें तो आप वहां के उनके लिए एचआर है, उनकी सारी जो एचआर रिलेटेड चीजें वो आप हैंडल कर रहे हैं. तो 2 and 3 आपका B will be right answer for this particular one. Next one, हेजलबर्ग टू फैक्टर थ्योरी. आपका हेजलबर्ग टू फैक्टर थ्योरी, मैं प्रकाश सर को बोल देता हूँ 15 मिनट और चाहिए. ठीक है. सो प्रकाश सर विल जॉइन अस आफ्टर 15 मिनट. सो आई जस्ट टेक्स्ट प्रकाश सर. So आपका evaluate the statement related to Heisenberg two-factor theory and you have to select the correct option. So what will be your correct answer? The presence of motivational factor necessary to prevent job dissatisfaction. पहला ही statement गलत है. When it comes to motivational, that is आपका this prevention of job dissatisfaction happen through the hygiene factor. जो hygiene factor है वो dissatisfaction को protect करते हैं. Wrong है. Hygiene factor primarily relate to the physical and social environment. True है. According to Heisenberg, eliminating hygiene factor will automatically increase employee motivation. No. Both are independent. ठीक है. अगर आप hygiene factor रख रहे हो उसका मतलब ये नहीं कि employee motivate होंगे. You have to keep the motivators also. Heisenberg study suggests that job satisfaction, dissatisfaction are independent. Recognition and advancement are example of hygiene factor. No, these are motivators. ठीक है. These comes under the motivators. Wrong. तो 2 and 4 means आपका option A will be right answer for this particular one. Very good, Lakshman sir. Next one. Which type of communication in organization break the scalar chain and allow a direct contact between employee and same? Okay, this we have discussed. आपका sorry, it's a repeat question. In the communication process, which element is responsible for translating the encoded symbol back into understandable way? बहुत ही आसान है, बताओ. क्या होगा आंसर आपका? यस. तो आपका करेक्ट आंसर होगा इट इज कॉल्ड नो फीडबैक नहीं है. कैसे आपका मानसी मैम? व्हाई फीडबैक? एवरीवन, व्हाई यू आर सेइंग फीडबैक? In the communication process, which element is responsible for translating encoded symbol? हमने क्या समझा था? We have sender who send the message. तो वो क्या करता है आपका? He decode the encode the message. ठीक है. Encoding is something कि जो इसके thoughts, ideas थे, देन आपका आई यूज अ मीडियम, जैसे मैसेज तैयार किया और आपका मीडियम यू आर यूजिंग. देन वी हैव डीकोडिंग विच इज डन बाय दी आपका रिसीवर. देन रिसीवर विल गिव फीडबैक. अब ये जो केस है ना, दिस केस बिलोंग्स टू द डीकोडिंग इटसेल्फ, राइट? तो दिस केस बिलोंग्स टू डीकोडिंग, नॉट टू दिस वन. करेक्ट है? यस. हाँ, अभी सही आंसर है सबके. तो decoder will be right answer for this particular one. Very good. Next one. Which of the following strategies would be the least effective to overcome gray point communication? Gray point communication is basically informal form of communication. तो जहाँ पे people are discussing things about the personal life or the office. अब कई बार क्या होता है ना, gray point थोड़ा सा dangerous हो जाता है. जैसे लेट्स से एक एम्प्लॉय जो पुअर परफॉर्मिंग था उसको निकाला जा रहा है. ठीक है. उसको अल्टीमेटम दिया गया कि यू हैव 30 days टू इंप्रूव योर परफॉर्मेंस. अब वो बंदा क्या आया, बाहर निकला मीटिंग से, उसने बोला यार ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आपका लॉस में है एंड दे आर गोइंग टू आपका कम अप विद द कॉस्ट कटिंग एंड ये बहुत सारे लोगों को निकालने वाले. अब ऐसी न्यूज ना, मतलब वो एकदम आग की तरफ फैलती है. तो अब ऐसी चीजों को रोकना है, अगर हमें कुछ भी ऐसा जो मतलब ऐसे जो प्रॉब्लम्स है वो ना आए, तो उसके लिए व्हाट वी कैन डू, तो और व्हाट वी कैन नॉट डू. ठीक है. व्हाट वी कैन डू नहीं, व्हाट वी कैन नॉट डू. तो हाँ, बिल्कुल सही. वी कैन नॉट पनिश पीपल. ठीक है. ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोगों को मारना पीटना शुरू कर देना, दैट इज आपका नॉट एडवाइजेबल, राइट? तो ऑप्शन सी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस वन. नेक्स्ट वन, जॉरीज विंडो ऑफ आपका, दिस इज अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कम्युनिकेशन एरिया में, ठीक है? दिस कैन बी आस्क इन योर एग्जामिनेशन, ध्यान रखिएगा. इन जॉरी विंडो मॉडल विच क्वाड्रेंट रिप्रेजेंट द इंफॉर्मेशन दैट बोथ individual and other are aware of and crucial for building trust in interpersonal communication. So क्या है आपका केस? बोथ इंडिविजुअल, मतलब जो पर्सन है उसको भी और दूसरे को भी, तो इट इज एन ओपन एरिया. तो ऑप्शन डी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस particular one. So it is a case of open area, right? In the context of formal communication channel, which of the following best explain why formal reviews आपका, okay, sorry, repeat question है आपका, sorry, we'll move forward. Next one, drawback, हाँ, okay, चलो. A manager choose written communication over the verbal when issuing a policy change, but employee interpret it inconsistently and causing confusion. Primary drawback of written communication. I just want to see हाँ कितने question हमारे पास हैं, so that I'll tell the Prakash sir also. कहाँ पे हम लोग 92, हाँ, it will take 15 minutes more. 92. Okay, so what will be your correct answer, guys? क्या होगा correct answer आपका? Absence of face to face, absence of feedback and tone आपका written communication में. Basically we cannot send out expression and all, so that is a kind of lag in this particular case. Next one, dash communication channel that do not other to the organization hierarchy. तो क्या होगा correct answer? So dash is a communication channel that do not adhere to organizational hierarchy. ठीक है, जहाँ पे मतलब आपका जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से रिलेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं बल्कि पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन भी कम्युनिकेट हो रही है, या जो किसी मूवी के बारे में, क्रिकेट मैच के बारे में, अदर्स. इट इज अ केस ऑफ आपका ग्रे पॉइंट. सो वेयर कम्युनिकेशन इज ग्रे पॉइंट, दैट इज योर आपका इनफॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन. नेक्स्ट वन, एन organization structure is effective if it enable individual to contribute to the objective of the enterprise. This is known as, an organization structure is effective if it enable individual to contribute to the objective of the enterprise. So this is known as what? क्या कहते हैं हम इसको? आपका स्केलर प्रिंसिपल, आपका प्रिंसिपल ऑफ फंक्शनल डेफिनेशन, principle of unity of objective and the other one. So what you will suggest in this particular case, guys? C आपका, ठीक है, sorry, आपका principle of unity objective, that is the right answer for this one. Consider the following statement, the steps in communication process. आपका communication process के steps, and you have to find out the correct statement. So what will be your right answer, guys? So the sender is responsible for encoding the message before transmitting to the receiver. पहला तो correct है. Sender आपका जो encode करेगा into a understandable way, जैसे text में, image में, others. Decoding refer to how the receiver interpret and understand the message sent by the sender. बिल्कुल सही है. Feedback is not considered part of communication process. No, it does consider, or it is the final step in the communication. So 1 and 2, A will be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? आगे बढ़ते हैं. Which of the following, which motivational theory is based on belief that employee perception of fairness accept their motivation? तो क्या होगा correct answer? I guess this question we discussed yesterday also. ठीक है, तो क्या होगा आपका आंसर? Equity theory. ठीक है, इनपुट आउटपुट थ्योरी आपका. If I'm contributing this much to the organization, so what organization is doing for me, right? So John Stacy Adams आपका equity theory, input and output. The another question also we discuss around that. Maclellan three need theory आपका refer to the desire to influence, control and other आपका. तो what will be your correct answer? Okay, I'll ask sir आपका. I guess sir ready रहें करके. तो क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? इट इज आपका नीड फॉर पावर. ठीक है, नीड फॉर पावर, नीड फॉर एफिलिएशन एंड नीड फॉर अचीवमेंट्स. नेक्स्ट वन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज अ की कंक्लूजन ऑफ हॉथरॉन स्टडीज? जल्दी से आपका व्हाट विल बी योर करेक्ट आंसर गाइस? So, key conclusion of Hawthorne studies that Western Electronic Company: increased wages always lead to higher productivity. Employee productivity is influenced more by social and psychological factor compared to physical. Worker always resist informal group. Strict supervision and rigid task structure are the most effective. No. So option B will be right answer for this particular question itself. Right? Very good. Next one. According to Fred Fiedler contingency, which of the following is most accurate regarding the leadership effectiveness? So, the effective leader's style depend entirely on leader's personality trait. A leader must change their style on the organizational culture. Task-oriented leader perform best either highly favorable or highly unfavorable. So, option C will be right answer for this particular question. Correct? Next one. According to Max Weber bureaucratic management theory, which of the following is not a characteristic of an ideal bureaucratic organization? तो bureaucracy मतलब rules and regulations आपका driven classical theory of management. So clear hierarchy with structure level, rule and regulations apply impartially. Flexible decision making based on individual preference is not a feature of your आपका Max Weber bureaucratic approach. Which of the following is a major drawback of functional organization? तो functional organization का major drawback क्या हो सकता है? Increase bureaucracy leading to आपका हाँ this is आपका कल हम थोड़ा सा confuse हुए थे इस पे तो option A only. Like sometime we have कि हम let's say if a person working under the sales team, so they only focus on the sales areas and all. So that was the right one. I have cross-checked this. Which of the following best explain why matrix organization can lead to conflict in decision making? Because people are getting order from the multiple employees, leaders. Employee have unclear job responsibility. Decision making is centralized. Employee report to multiple managers with potentially conflicting priorities. So option C will be right answer for this particular one. आपका इन कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस एलिमेंट रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ट्रांसलेटिंग एनकोडेड तो आपका डिकोडेड, दिस इज द वन. ओके, तो ये हमारा आपका टोटल डिस्कशन. नाउ प्रकाश सर विल बी जॉइनिंग अस. ठीक है, आई विल जस्ट राइट अ मैसेज टू सर. सो गाइज नाउ आई विल सी यू टुमारो एट 7 o'clock. तो कल हम लोग आपका एक सेट करेंगे किसके अराउंड? कॉमर्स एंड अकाउंटेंसी के अराउंड, एंड उसी से रिलेटेड जो आपके एरियाज हैं उनके ऊपर हम लोग आपका डिस्कशन करेंगे. ठीक है, तो आई जस्ट आपका टेक्स्ट सर एंड यू कैन नाउ द नेक्स्ट सेशन और द कंटिन्यूएशन विल बी टेकन केयर बाय प्रकाश सर. कल मेरा और माधव सर का होगा. देन परसों आपका फिर से परसों हम लोग कॉस्टिंग और उसके अलावा कॉस्टिंग प्लस विल बी डूइंग द अनदर वन विच इज योर द फाइनल वन आई गेस कंपनी लॉ आपका जो भी प्रकाश सर आपका लेंगे. ठीक है, so this is it from my side. Please do watch this session or continue this particular session and do share with your friends. So I asked Prakash sir to join this particular one. Thank you guys.
Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to this particular session that is combined marathon. So I hope you enjoyed the discussion around management. जो महेश सर के साथ अभी आपका management का discussion चल रहा था. Now we'll be discussing some important questions for economics as well, which is very much expected for the upcoming phase 1 of SEBI Grade A examination. So here what we are going to do guys, here we are not going to discuss the explanation क्योंकि ये दैट्स इज द कंबाइंड मैराथन, इज द बिग मैराथन राइट. तो यहाँ पर हम अराउंड 80 क्वेश्चंस के आसपास यहाँ पर हम कवर करने वाले हैं. सो यू विल लर्न अलॉट, बट यहाँ पे थोड़ा स्पीड मैनर में, थोड़ा सा रैपिड यू कैन से वे में हम यहाँ पे चीजों को कवर करेंगे. चलिए लेट्स स्टार्ट द डिस्कशन. हियर इज द क्वेश्चन नंबर फर्स्ट इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू गाइस. Question number first is which of the following are essential characteristics of a perfectly competitive market? Options are: firms are price makers, there's a perfect knowledge among buyers and sellers, all firms sell a homogeneous product, there are no barriers to entry or exit. So options are 1, 2 and 3 only, 2, 3 and 4 only, first, third and fourth only, second, fourth and first only, or all of the above. Yes, everyone guys, do let me know. Right. So Nina Dixit is saying option number E. Okay. फ्रेंड्स यू ऑल हैव टू पार्टिसिपेट, डू नॉट वरी अबाउट द रॉन्ग अटेम्प्ट। राइट, रॉन्ग अटेम्प्ट में अब नहीं डरना है क्योंकि अब एग्जाम आपका आ गया है। अटेम्प्ट करिए, जितनी गलतियां करना है करिए, बिकॉज एक्चुअल एग्जामिनेशन में यू आर नॉट सपोज टू कमिट द मिस्टेक्स। So Shreyash is saying B, Shikha is saying B. Right answer is option number B only. That is second, third, and fourth only. First statement is incorrect because firms are the price takers in the perfect competition, not the price makers. Question number second is which of the following statements correctly describe the characteristics of monopoly? Options are: there is a single seller in the market. Products sold have many close substitutes. The firm can set its own price. Price discrimination may occur. Options are first, third, and fourth only, second, third, and fourth only, first, second, and third only, or first, second, and fourth only. And all of the above as well. Yes, guys. So what is the right answer? Right answer here is option number A. That is first, third, and fourth only. Second statement is incorrect because in the monopoly यहाँ पे products के कोई भी close substitute नहीं होते हैं, otherwise वो फिर monopoly नहीं रह जाएगा. Question number third is which of the following are characteristics of monopolistic competition? Statements are: firms engage in non-price competition. There are only one or two dominant firms in the market. Each firm tries to differentiate its product. There are selling costs involved in the marketing and advertising. Options are first, third, and fourth only, second, third, and fourth only, first, second, and third only, second, third, and fourth only, all of the above. तो यहाँ पे second, third, and fourth is getting repeated, so I am changing it. मैं इसको यहाँ पर change कर देता हूँ and making it third and fourth only. ठीक है, तो B वाले को मैंने change कर दिया है because this option is getting repeated here. So tell me, and please do mention the question number as well. This is my humble request. Please do mention the question number. Otherwise, I will get confused कि आप कौन से क्वेश्चन का यहाँ पर आंसर कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. Yes, Nina is saying option number A. Please mention the question number. I am repeating it again. So right answer is option number A only. That is first, third, and fourth. ठीक है. First, third, and fourth is the right answer here. Second statement is incorrect here. ठीक है जी. Moving on to question number fourth, which of the following statements are true about the oligopoly market structure? Statements are: firms in the market are mutually interdependent in decision making. Price rigidity is a common feature due to fear of price wars. There is complete freedom of entry and exit for firms. Selling costs are used to attract consumers. Options are first, second, and third only, first, second, and fourth only, second, third, and fourth only, first, third, and fourth only, or all of the above. Yes, guys, do let me know what is the right answer according to you for question number fourth. So right answer is option number B, that is first, second, and fourth only. Third statement is here basically. थर्ड स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट. देयर इज कंप्लीट फ्रीडम. नो, कंप्लीट फ्रीडम नहीं होती, कुछ रेस्ट्रिक्शंस होते हैं. कंप्लीट रेस्ट्रिक्शंस भी नहीं होती है, कंप्लीट फ्रीडम भी नहीं होती है. दैट इज वाई थर्ड स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट है. Moving on to question number fifth, which of the following factors are considered key determinants of individual demand? Option statements are: price of the commodity, income of the consumer, tastes and preferences, weather conditions unrelated to the commodity. Options are first, second, and fourth only. First, second, and third only. First, second, and fourth only. Second, third, and fourth only, or first, third, and fourth only, or all of the above. Yes, guys, please do let me know what is the right explanation for question number fifth according to you. Everyone, you all have to participate, guys. So right answer is option number A, that is first, second, and third only. ठीक है. Fourth statement is incorrect because weather conditions unrelated to the commodity cannot be the key factor which is affecting the demand. Yes, so Sandeep is saying option number A. Yes, Sandeep, you have given the right answer. Question number 6, which of the following statement about demand are correct? Statements are: when income increases, demand for inferior goods increases. Demand curve usually slopes downward from left to right. An increase in price of substitute goods lead to a decrease in demand for the given commodity. Expectations about future prices can influence current demand. Yes, Shikha, Nina, Juhi, Sandeep, you all have given the right answer for question number 5th. Now do let me know what is the correct answer of question number 6. And please do mention the question number, everyone. Juhi Agrawal, please do mention the question number like others are doing. So what is the right answer, guys? Right answer is option number D, that is second and fourth only. First and third statement is incorrect here, right? So second and fourth will be the right answer. That is option number D. Yes, Nina is saying option number D. Juhi is saying option number D. Yes, guys, option number D is the correct one. Question number 7 is, which of the following statements are correct in the context of law of demand? Statements are, it states other things being equal, as price falls, demand increases. The law of demand assumes that consumers' income may change. There is an inverse relationship between price and the quantity demanded. The law applies universally without any exceptions. Options are first, second, and third only, second, third, and fourth only, first and third only, first, third, and fourth only, or all of the above. Yes, Sandeep is saying option number C. Okay. Juhi Agrawal is saying option number C. So right answer is option number C, guys. First and third, second and fourth are incorrect. The law of demand assumes that consumer income may change. No, consumer income is constant here because we take into account when we discuss the law of demand. So वहाँ पे we take an assumption that other factors being constant. तो यहाँ पे consumers income is an another factor जो यहाँ पे constant रहता है. इसी तरीके से fourth statement is also incorrect. The law applies universally without any exceptions. There are exceptions like given goods, like necessities, right? तो इस टाइप की जो एक्सेप्शन है वो हैं. सो लॉ ऑफ डिमांड इज ऑल्सो हैविंग सम एक्सेप्शंस एज वेल. दैट इज वाई ऑप्शन नंबर सी इज द राइट आंसर. Question number 8 is, which of the following statement about supply and its determinants are correct? Statements are, supply refers to the quantity of a good that producers are willing to sell at different prices during a given period of time. Cost of production is one of the key determinants of supply. A change in technology does not influence supply. The supply of perishable goods is less responsive to price changes in the short run. Options are first, second, and fourth only, first, second, and third only, second, third, and fourth only, first, third, and fourth only, and the last option, it might not be visible to you, that is none of the above. Yes, guys, so tell me, Juhi is saying option number A. Yes, guys, everyone, do let me know. Sandeep is saying option number A. Nina is saying option number A. Right answer is option number A only. That is first, second, and fourth. Statement number third is incorrect. That is, a change in technology does not influence supply. Change in technology does influence the supply. क्योंकि यहाँ पे अगर technology if modern technology is adopted, right, that will lead to the प्रोडक्शन पर यूनिट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन एट वेरी लेस कॉस्ट, जिसकी वजह से क्या होगा, जिसकी वजह से देर विल बी ए मोर प्रॉफिट मार्जिन फॉर द सप्लायर एंड ही विल ट्राई टू इंक्रीज द सप्लाई. ऑन द कॉन्ट्रेरी, अगर टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत ही ऑब्सोलीट और ओल्ड टेक्नोलॉजी है, दैट विल कॉस्ट मोर पर यूनिट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, दैट विल लीड टू लेसर, यू कैन से स्मॉलर मार्जिन फॉर द प्रॉफिट, एंड दैट विल लीड टू द लेसर सप्लाई ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर कमोडिटी, राइट. Question number 9. Consider the following with respect to determinants of supply. Statements are, future expectations of prices may affect current supply decisions. Number of sellers in the market has no impact on market supply. Government policies like taxes and subsidies can alter supply levels. A favorable natural condition tends to increase agricultural supply. Options are first, second, and third only, first, third, and fourth only, second, third, and fourth only, first, second, and fourth only, or none of the above. So Juhi is saying option number B. Sandeep is saying option number B. Yes, guys, everyone. Right answer is, Nina is saying option number B. Option number B is the correct one. That is first, third, and fourth only. Second is incorrect. Number of sellers in the market has no impact. It has the impact, because if number of sellers are higher, then in that case supply will be higher. If number of sellers in the market are lesser, then in that case supply will be lesser, right? So that is why option number B is the correct answer. Question number 10 is, which of the following statement correctly explain the law of supply? Statements are, there is a direct relationship between price and the quantity supplied. The law of supply operates under the assumption of other things being equal. An increase in market price generally leads to an increase in quantity supplied, or supply remains unchanged irrespective of changes in price. So options are first, second, and third only, second, third, and fourth only, first, third, and fourth only, first, second, and fourth only, or none of the above. Juhi saying option number A. Sandeep is saying option number A. Nina is saying option number A. Option number A is the correct one. Fourth statement is incorrect. Supply remains unchanged irrespective of change in prices. No. If there's a decrease in the price, supply will also decrease. If there is an increase in the price, supply will also increase. So there is a direct relationship. There is a positive relationship between the price and the quantity supplied. Right. Question number 11th. Which of the following statements are correct about price elasticity of demand? Statements are: it measures the responsiveness of quantity demanded to changes in income. If demand is perfectly inelastic, the elasticity is zero. The availability of substitutes affects elasticity. Necessities usually have inelastic demand. Options are first, second, and third only, first, second, and fourth only, second, third, and fourth only, or second, third, and fourth. This is getting repeated, so I'm making it third and fourth only. And option number E is the all of the above. So I have changed the option number C because option number C and D are getting repeated. So I have changed it. Now option number C is 3 and 4th only. Okay, so Juhi Agrawal, Nina, Sandeep, everyone is saying option number C, which means you are saying option number D, right? I'm considering it D only. So right answer is option number D. That is second, third, and fourth. And everyone is correct here. Those who are saying C, because due to this particular repetition, you are saying option number C, but option number D is the correct one. Juhi, Nina, Sandeep, you all have given the right answer here. Okay. Question number 12 is regarding the determinants of price elasticity of supply. Consider the following. Statements are: availability of spare production capacity increases the elasticity of supply. Longer time periods generally make supply more elastic. Perishability of goods increases price elasticity of supply. Ease of storing goods affect supply elasticity. Options are: which of the following statements are correct? So first, second, and third only, second, third, and fourth only, first, second, and fourth only, first and third only, or none of the above. Yes, guys, tell me. Question number 12. So Juhi is saying option number C here. Right answer is option number C. That is first, second, and fourth only, right? Moving on to question number 13. Consider the following situations. A manufacturing unit can easily switch production between products. A crop that takes a fixed growing season, a factory operating at full capacity with no idle resources, a service sector firm that can hire part-time staff quickly. Which among the above are likely to result in more elastic supply? Options are second and third only, first and fourth only, first, second, and third only, second, third, and fourth only, or all of the above. Yes, friends, what is the right answer here? Aditi is saying option number A. Aditi, please mention the question number. Juhi is saying option number B. Right answer is option number B. That is first and fourth only. Right? Second and third is not correct. First and fourth is correct. Right? Question number 14 is regarding movement along the same demand curve. Consider the following. Statements are: it is also referred to as change in quantity demanded. Expansion of demand occurs when the price of a commodity rises, keeping other factors constant. Contraction of demand occurs when the price of a commodity rises, keeping other factors constant. Both expansion and contraction of demand are types of movement along the same demand curve. Which of the above statements are correct? First and second only, second, third, and fourth only, first, second, and fourth only, first, third, and fourth only, and the last option is none of the above. So option number D is first, third, and fourth, and option number E is none of the above. Yes, guys. So what is the right answer? Right answer is option number D here, right? Yes, Joe is saying option number D. Option number D is the right answer. That is first, third, and fourth only. Question number 15. In the law of supply, when price rises and quantity supplied increases, it is called which of the following? Decrease in supply, contraction of supply, expansion of supply, shift in supply, or none of the above. Vaishali also saying option number B. Okay. Now guys, question number 15, do let me know. So right answer is option number C, that is expansion of supply. Moving on to question number 16, consider the following statements regarding shifts in demand curve. Statements are: a rightward shift in the demand curve indicates an increase in the demand at the same price. A leftward shift in the demand curve indicates a decrease in demand at the same price. Change in consumer income, taste, and preferences can cause a shift in the demand curve. A shift in demand curve also occurs when there is a change in the price of the same commodity. Options are first, second, and third only, first, third, and fourth only, second, third, and fourth only, first and fourth only, or all of the above. Yes, question number 16th. So Mayur is saying C, okay. Juhi is saying option number is, Sandeep is saying option number A. Option number is the correct one. Fourth statement is incorrect. Rest all the statements are correct. That is why option number A will be the right answer. Vaishali is also saying option number A. Great. Question number 17 is consider the following statements regarding shifts in supply curve. So statements are a rightward shift in the supply curve indicates an increase in supply at the same price. A leftward shift in the supply curve indicates a decrease in the supply at the same price. A fall in input prices can cause the supply curve to shift to the left. Improvement in technology can lead to a rightward shift in the supply curve. Options are first, second, and third only, first, second, and fourth only, second, third, and fourth only, first, third, and fourth only, or none of the above. Please mention the question number, guys. Those who are not mentioning the question number, I will not take their answer into consideration. Juhi is saying option number B. Aryan is saying option number B. Right answer is option number B only. That is first, second, and fourth. Third statement is incorrect here, right? Vaishali is saying B. Sandeep is saying B. So those who are saying B, their answer is correct, guys. Question number 18th is what does nominal GDP represent? So options are GDP adjusted for inflation using the CPI. GDP measured in current prices without adjusting for inflation, GDP adjusted for seasonal variations in economic activity, GDP adjusted for the size of the population, or GDP adjusted for international trade balances. Yes, guys, we are talking about the nominal GDP. Juhi is saying option number B. Vaishali, guys, why are you guys writing question number 6 here, right? It is question number 18th. Aryan is saying B. Vaishali is saying B. B is the right answer. That is GDP measured in current prices without adjusting for inflation. Got it? So Sandeep, Vaishali, Aryan, Juhi, you all have given the right answer. Question number 19th. What does real GDP measure? Options are GDP measured in current prices without adjusting for inflation, GDP adjusted for seasonal fluctuations in economic activity, GDP adjusted for changes in the size of the population, GDP adjusted for changes in the value of the currency relative to other currencies, GDP adjusted for inflation reflecting changes in the quantity of goods and services produced. Yes, so RN is saying 19th E, okay. Juhi is saying option number E. Sandeep is saying option number E. Option number E is the right one. That is GDP adjusted for inflation reflecting changes in the quantity of goods and services produced. तो real GDP में हम inflation adjust कर देते हैं and nominal GDP में we do not adjust the inflation. So yes, Vaishali, Shikha, Sandeep, Juhi, Aryan, everyone has given the right answer, guys. Question number 20th. What does per capita income represent? Options are the total income earned by a country's government, the average income earned per person in a household, the income earned by a country's labor force, the total income earned by a country's residents divided by its population, the income earned by a country's businesses. Guys, those who are not marking the question number, I will not take their answer into consideration. So it is my humble request. Please do mention the question number. Otherwise, I will get confused. So Aryan, Juhi, Aryan is saying option number B. Juhi is saying option number D. Okay. Shikha is saying option number D. Sandeep is saying D. D is the right answer. That is total income earned by a country's resident divided by its population. So how we calculate the per capita income? National income divided by the total population, right? So this gives the figure of per capita income. Question number 21st is what does the GDP deflator measure? GDP deflator क्या measure करता है? Options are the ratio of nominal GDP to real GDP, the total value of goods and services produced in an economy, the difference between GDP and gross national product, the purchasing power of a currency relative to a base year, or none of the above. Dear @5911, please do mention the question number. Okay, so Juhi, Aryan, they both are saying option number A. Yes, guys, what is the right answer? Shikha is saying option number A. Option number A is the correct one. That is the ratio of nominal GDP to real GDP, right? So, what is the formula of GDP deflator? Nominal GDP to real GDP multiplied by 100, right? Why do we use the GDP deflator to measure the inflation in the economy? So, Vaishali, Shikha, Aryan, Juhi, at the rate 5911, Nina, everyone has given the right answer. Great. Question number 22nd, what is disinflation? Options are a decrease in the general price level of goods and services, an increase in the general price level of goods and services at a faster rate, a decrease in the rate of inflation, an increase in the general price level of goods and services at a slower rate, a situation where inflation is accelerating. Yes, guys. Aryan is saying D. Okay. Juhi is saying option number D. Sandeep is saying B. Till now, no one has given the right answer here. Lakshman is saying option number D. No. Vaishali is saying D. No. Right answer is option number C. That is decrease in the rate of inflation, guys. Don't be confused. Disinflation is decrease in the rate of inflation. For example, if you can say if inflation is 6%, later on if it decreases to 3%, then this is the disinflation, which means decrease in the rate of inflation. Inflation is there in the economy, but earlier the rate was higher. Now the rate has basically slashed down to lower one. So यहाँ पे this is the decrease in the rate of inflation, right? But unfortunately, no one has given the right answer of this question. Question number 23. Which of the following best describes deflation? Earlier we had discussed about the disinflation. Now this is deflation. Options are a decrease in the general price level of goods and services, a decrease in the rate of inflation, an increase in the general price level of goods and services, an increase in the rate of inflation, a constant price level of goods and services over time. Yes, question number 23. Tell me, guys, we are talking about the deflation here. So, what is the right answer here according to you? Do let me know, everyone. We are talking about the deflation here, guys. Right answer is option number A. That is a decrease in the general price level of goods and services, right? So, what is inflation? Inflation is the increase in the general price level of goods and services. But when we talk about the deflation, that is the decrease in the general price level of goods and services. Got it? So, okay. Sandeep, Aryan, Nina, Vaishali, Lakshman, you all have given right answer, option number A. Question number 24th is, what is skewflation? What is skewflation? So, options are a general decrease in the price level of goods and services across the economy, an increase in the general price level of goods and services across the economy, an increase in the price of some goods and services while the prices of others remain stable or decrease, a decrease in the rate of inflation, a situation where inflation is uniformly distributed across all sectors of the economy. Joe is saying option number C. Vaishali is saying C. Aryan is saying C. Sandeep, Shikha, everyone is saying option number C. Yes, option number C is the correct one. That is an increase in the price of some goods and services while the prices of others remain stable or decrease. Question number 25. Which of the following best describes reflation? Options are a decrease, a general decrease in the price level of goods and services across the economy, an increase in the general price level of goods and services across the economy, an increase in the prices of some goods and services while the prices of other remains stable or decrease, a government policy aimed at increasing the level of output and inflation to counteract deflationary pressures, a situation where inflation is uniformly distributed across all sectors of the economy. Yes, Sandeep is saying D, Vaishali is saying D, Nina is saying D. So D is the right answer. That is the government policy aimed at increasing the level of output and inflation to counteract deflationary measures. Right. So those who are saying option number D, their answer is correct. Question number 26. What is stagflation? What is stagflation? Options are a period of high inflation combined with high unemployment and stagnant demand in country's economy, a period of high economic growth with low inflation and low unemployment, a period of deflation with high economic growth and low unemployment, a period of moderate inflation with high economic growth and low unemployment, a period of low inflation combined with low unemployment and strong demand in a country's economy. Yes, guys. So we are discussing about the stagflation, right? Tell me, what is the meaning of stagflation here? Sandeep is saying option number A. SEBI Grade A future officer, please mention the question number. Without that, I will not take it into consideration. Vaishali, Shikha, everyone is saying option number A. Option number A is the correct one. There is a period of high inflation combined with high unemployment and stagnant demand in a country's economy, right? Question number 27th is, which of the following best describes the effect of inflation on lenders and borrowers? Statements are, options are, lenders benefit and borrowers suffer, borrowers benefit and lenders suffer, both lenders and borrowers benefit equally, neither lenders nor borrowers are affected, the effect on lenders and borrower is unpredictable. So tell me guys, effect of, if there is an inflation, so what will be its effect on lenders and borrowers? This is the question here. 27th. Yes, everyone. Right answer is option number B, that is borrowers benefit and lenders suffer. Question number 28 is, how does the cash reserve ratio, that is CRR, helping in controlling inflation? Options are by increasing government spending, by reducing interest rates, by lowering import duties, by increasing the amount of money banks must hold in reserves, or by subsidizing exports. So how does CRR help in controlling inflation? Guys, 28th. So right answer is option number D, that is by increasing the amount of money banks must hold in reserve, right? Question number 29, how can the CRR help in boosting growth? So options are by increasing import tariffs, by reducing government subsidies, by lowering the CRR, allowing banks to lend more, by implementing stricter tax policies, or by increasing the reserve requirements for foreign exchange. Tell me guys, question number 29, how can the CRR help in boosting growth? So Lakshman is saying option number C, okay. Shika is saying option number C. Vaishali is saying option number C. Option number C is the correct one. That is by lowering the CRR, allowing banks to lend more. Question number 30th is, how can the statutory liquidity ratio help in controlling inflation? Options are by reducing import tariffs, by increasing government spending, by lowering the interest rates on saving accounts, by requiring banks to hold a higher percentage of their deposits in liquid assets, or by increasing the number of bank branches. Haji, now we are talking about the SLR. Tell me guys. So 29th answer everyone has given correct. Lakshman, Shikha, Vaishali, Nina, Himanshu. Now tell me about the question number 30th. Sandeep is saying 30th D, okay. Lakshman is saying option number D. Yes, right answer is option number D only. That is by requiring banks to hold a higher percentage of their deposit in liquid assets. So Lakshman, Nina, Vaishali, you all have given the right answer. Question number 31st is, what is repo? That is repurchase option in the context of banking. Options are a long-term loan given by commercial banks to the government, a tool used by banks to invest in foreign exchange markets, a collateralized lending arrangement where banks borrow money from the RBI by selling securities with an agreement to repurchase them, a method used by the RBI to control the exchange rate of the rupee, or a fixed deposit scheme offered by commercial bank to their customers. Yes, guys, question number 31. Shika is saying option number C. Vaishali is saying option number C, okay. Lakshman is saying option number C. Sandeep, Nina, everyone is saying option number C. Yes, option number C is the correct one. That is a collateralized lending arrangement where banks borrow money from the RBI by selling securities with an agreement to repurchase them. So Shikha, Vaishali, Lakshman, Nina, Sandeep, you all have given the right answer. Question number 32 is, what does a high repo rate signal in the context of banking? Options are, banks will have more funds available for lending, banks will reduce interest rates on loans, access to money is expensive for banks, leading to lesser credit flow into the system, banks will increase their investment in foreign assets, or banks will decrease their reserve requirements. Yes, guys, tell me. We are talking about the high repo rate, right? What is the signal of high repo rate? What high repo rate signals into? So Lakshman is saying option number C. Okay. Vaishali is saying C. Shikha is saying option number C. Yes. So guys, option number C is the correct one. That is, access to money is expensive for banks, leading to a lesser credit flow into the system. Moving on to question number 33. What does a high reverse repo rate imply for banks? Options are: banks will only lend money to borrowers. Banks will only park their money with the Reserve Bank of India. Banks will not park their money with the RBI. Banks may either park their money with RBI or lend at a higher rate to borrowers, or banks will reduce their overall lending activities. हाँ जी, so 32 के लिए लक्ष्मण, वैशाली, शिखा, नैना, you all have given the right answer. Tell me about the question number 33 here. Yes, so Lakshman is saying option number B. Sandeep is saying option number D. Okay. Yes, friends, what is the right answer? Right answer is option number D only. That's bank may either park their money with the RBI or lend at a high rate to borrowers. That is completely up to the banks, right? If RBI is offering a high reverse repo rate, then in that case, that is completely up to the commercial banks whether they park their fund with the RBI or they lend at a higher rate to the borrowers, right? So there is no compulsion that commercial banks have to just keep their funds only with the RBI. They are completely free to take the decision whether they want to keep the funds with RBI or they want to lend it to the borrowers at a higher interest rate, right? So that is why D will be the right answer. Question number 34. Which of the following statements correctly describes the positioning of MSF in the interest rate corridor set by the Reserve Bank of India? Options are: MSF represents the lower band of interest corridor with the repo rate at the middle and the standing deposit facility as the upper band. MSF represents the upper band of the interest corridor with the repo rate at the middle and the standing deposit facility as the lower band. MSF represents the middle band of the interest corridor with the repo rate as the upper band and the SDF as the lower band. MSF is not a part of the interest corridor and is independent of the repo rate and SDF. MSF represents both the upper and lower bands of the interest corridor with the repo rate as the middle band. Yes, tell me guys, question number 34, what is the right answer here? So right answer is option number B, that is MSF represents the upper band of the interest corridor with the repo rate at the middle and SDF as the lower band, right? Moving on to question number 35th, what is the effect of RBI purchasing securities on the economy as a part of open market operations? Options are: it reduces the money supply and decreases demand in the economy. It increases the money supply, leading to more demand and potentially higher economic growth. It stabilizes the money supply without affecting demand or economic growth. It only affects the interest rates without altering the overall money supply. It leads to decrease in economic growth by withdrawing money from the market. Yes, so for question number 34th, guys, those who have said, Lakshman has said option number B. Yes, option number B was correct for 34th. Now tell me about the question number 35th. Lakshman is saying option number B for 35th. Okay. Hanji, guys, what about others? Do you feel that option number B is the correct one for question number 35? So Shikha is saying option number B. Okay. So guys, right answer is option number B only. That is, it increases the money supply, leading to more demand and potentially higher economic growth. Yes, so Lakshman and Shikha, you both have given the right answer. Question number 36. Which of the following action represents an expansionary monetary policy in India? Options are: increase the CRR, selling government bonds in the open market, increasing the SLR, reducing the repo rate, increasing the marginal standing facility rate. Now tell me which of the actions represents an expansionary monetary policy in India. Hanji, guys, do let me know. Sandeep is saying option number D. Okay. Lakshman is saying option number D. Yes, option number D is the right one. That is the reducing the repo rate is an action representing the expansionary monetary policy. So Sandeep and Lakshman, you both have given the right answer. Question number 37 is which of the following is a component of contractionary monetary policy used by the Reserve Bank of India to reduce inflation? Options are decreasing the repo rate, purchasing government securities, reducing the reserve ratio, CRR, SLR, increasing the repo rate, lowering interest rates. Yes, friends, tell me what is the right answer here. So right answer is option number D, that is increasing the repo rate, right? Question number 38, which of the following accurately describes the components and functions of the LAF corridor? Options are the LAF and SLR, and option number E is the LAF corridor is composed of the repo rate, reverse repo rate, and the statutory liquidity ratio. Yes, tell me guys, what is the right answer here? So right answer is option number C, that is the LAF corridor is made up of HDF, repo rate, MSF. ठीक है जी. Moving on to question number 39th. What is the primary tool of RBI's monetary policy, monetary and credit policy? Options are repo rate, SLR, CRR, bank rate, or MSF. So what is the primary tool of RBI's monetary and credit policy, guys? So right answer is option number A, that is repo rate. Question number 40th is which of the following correctly defines net factor income from abroad in the context of national income accounting? So options are the total income earned by domestic factors of production within the domestic economy. The difference between gross national income and gross domestic product. The national income earned by domestic factors of production from investments abroad minus the income earned by foreign factors of production within the domestic economy. The difference between exports and imports of goods and services. The total income earned by foreign nationals working within the domestic economy. So what is the right answer for question number 40th? So right answer is option number C, that is the net income earned by domestic factors of production from investments abroad minus the income earned by foreign factors of production within the domestic economy. Moving on to question number 41st. What is the typical effect of a decrease in the money supply on inflation? Options are inflation increases because the goods become more expensive. Inflation decreases because there is less money to chase the same amount of goods. Inflation remains unaffected by changes in the money supply. Inflation decreases because interest rates fall, or inflation increases because the supply of goods and services contracts. Yes, friends, do let me know what is the right answer here for question number 41st. That is effect of decrease in the money supply on inflation. So right answer is option number B, that is inflation decreases because there is less money supply to chase the same amount of goods. Right, so Lakshman, Mini Bairagi, you both are saying option number B. Yes, option number B is the correct one. Question number 42 is what is hyperinflation? Options are a period of slow and steady increase in the general price level of goods and services, a period of deflation where the general price level of goods and services decreases, a period of very high and typically accelerating inflation, a period of moderate inflation accompanied by high economic growth, or a period of high unemployment and low inflation. What is the right answer, guys? Question number 41, 42. So right answer is option number C. That is the period of very high and typically accelerating inflation. Question number 43 is in a flexible exchange rate system, what is the likely effect of on the external value of a currency if there is a balance of payment deficit? So options are: the external value of the currency would tend to fall, the external value of the currency would tend to rise, the injections from trade are greater than the withdrawals, aggregate demand is increasing, or none of the above. Mini Bairagi, please mention the question number. I will not be able to understand which question you are referring here. So please do mention the question number like others are doing. Yes, friends, question number 43. Tell me what is the right answer here. Lakshman is saying, Lakshman, please mention the question number 43 here, not 41. I think you need to refresh, kindly refresh it because we are discussing question number 43 here. So right answer is option number A, that is the external value of currency would tend to fall, right? Moving on to question number 44, what does a balance of payment deficit indicate? Options are: the country has a net inflow of payments with more money coming in for exports, transfers, or investments than going out. The balance of payment is exactly zero, indicating that inflows and outflows are perfectly balanced. The country has a net outflow of payment with more money going out for imports, transfers, or investments than coming in. The country is experiencing a trade surplus with exports exceeding imports, or the government is reducing its foreign debt to improve its financial position. Yes, guys. So someone is saying option number C here for question number 44th. Lakshman is saying A for 43. Lakshman, please mention the question number 44th here. So right answer is option number C, that is the country has a net outflow of payments with more money going out for imports, transfers, or investment than coming in. Right. Question number 45th is: what condition leads to a deficit, balance of trade, or trade deficit? Options are: when a country's export of goods exceed its import of goods, when a country's import of goods are equal to its export of goods, when a country's import of goods exceed its export of goods, when a country's total financial transactions with the rest of the world are balanced, or when a country's exports of services exceed its import of services. So right answer is option number C, that is when a country's import of goods exceed its export of goods, right? Question number 46, what does a budget deficit indicate? So options are: government revenue is higher than government expenses, government expenses exceed government revenue and expenses are equal, government expenses are covered by foreign aid, or government revenue is used for repaying previous debts. Yes, what is the right explanation of question number 46? Yes, so Lakshman is saying option number B. So right answer is option number B, that is government expenses exceed government revenue. Question number 47th is which of the following best describes a subsidy? So options are: a mandatory fee imposed by the government on goods and services, a benefit given to an individual, business, or institution by the government, usually in the form of cash payment or tax reduction, a tax paid directly by individuals on their earnings, a fee collected by businesses at each stage of the supply chain and passed on to the consumer, a payment made by individuals to the government for public services. Yes, guys, tell me question number 47th. What is the right answer here? Okay, so your Fludental is saying option number B. Okay, Lakshman is saying option number B. Right answer is option number B only. That is a benefit given to an individual, business, or institution by the government, usually in the form of cash payment or tax reduction. Question number 48 is: what is the effect of RBI selling securities on the economy? So options are: it increases the money supply leading to more demand and higher prices. It decreases the money supply leading to less demand and potentially lowering prices. It stabilizes the money supply without affecting demand or prices. It only affects the interest rates without altering the overall money supply, or it increases the demand for money, leading to higher economic growth. So what is the correct explanation, guys? Question number 48. So Lakshman is saying option number B. Okay. Your friend is saying option number B. Right answer is option number B. That is, it decreases the money supply, leading to less demand and potentially lowering prices. Question number 49. What does depreciation of a domestic currency like the rupee in terms of a foreign currency like the dollar imply? Options are: the value of the domestic currency has increased relative to the foreign currency. The exchange rate has decreased, making the domestic currency more valuable in terms of the foreign currency. The price of the foreign currency in terms of the domestic currency has increased. The value of the foreign currency has fallen, making it cheaper to buy with the domestic currency. The exchange rate remains unchanged, and there is no impact on the value of the domestic currency related to the foreign currency. Yes, guys, tell me question number 49. What is the right answer? So right answer is option number C. That is, the price of the foreign currency in terms of domestic currency has increased. Question number 50th is, what does appreciation mean in a flexible exchange rate regime? Options are: the price of the domestic currency decreases in terms of foreign currency. The price of the domestic currency remains fixed in terms of foreign currency. The domestic currency is devalued by the central bank to boost exports. The foreign currency becomes more expensive, requiring more domestic currency to purchase 1 unit of it. Or the price of the domestic currency increases in terms of foreign currency, meaning fewer units of domestic currency are needed to buy 1 unit of foreign currency. Yes, guys, tell me, what is the meaning of appreciation here in a flexible exchange rate regime? So Lakshman is saying option number E. Okay. Mini Bairagi is saying, so she is answering the question number 49. Guys, we are on question number 50th here. So right answer is option number E. That is, the price of the domestic currency increases in terms of foreign currency, meaning fewer units of domestic currency are needed to buy 1 unit of foreign currency. Question number 51 is, what step can the RBI take to control excessive depreciation of Indian rupee against the US dollar? Options are: increase the supply of Indian rupees in the market, reduce the supply of US dollars in the market, increase interest rates to attract more foreign investment, start supplying US dollars in the market to increase their supply and reduce the exchange rate, or impose capital controls to restrict the outflow of foreign currency. Yes, guys, tell me question number 51 we are discussing here. So right answer is option number D. That is, start supplying US dollar in the market to increase their supply and reduce the exchange rate. Yes, Lakshman, you have given the right answer. Question number 52. How does currency appreciation and depreciation impact a country's export and imports? Options are: appreciation encourages exports and imports. Depreciation discourages both exports and imports. Appreciation discourages exports and encourages imports, while depreciation encourages exports and discourages imports. Appreciation encourages exports and discourages imports, while depreciation discourages exports and encourages imports. Neither appreciation nor depreciation has any impact on exports and imports. Yes, guys, question number 52nd. Do let me know. Guys, kindly refresh. Everyone, kindly refresh. We are discussing question number 52nd. Some aspirants are answering question number 50th right now. Please do refresh it, because we are discussing question number 52nd, right? So right answer for this question is option number C. That is, appreciation discourages exports and encourages imports, while depreciation encourages exports and discourages imports, right? So यहाँ पे 52nd का Lakshman is saying option number C. Your Feudal is saying option number C. Yes. So you both have given the right answer. Question number 53rd is, what is a managed floating exchange rate system? Options are: a system where the currency value is strictly fixed by the government and does not fluctuate. A system where the currency value is left entirely to fluctuate according to market forces without any government intervention. A system that combines elements of both fixed and flexible exchange rate policies, allowing for market driven fluctuations but permitting government intervention when necessary. A system where the exchange rate is adjusted daily based on inflation differentials between countries, or a system where the currency value is pegged to multiple currencies simultaneously. So Lakshman is saying option number C. Okay. Yes, guys, tell me, everyone, what is the right answer according to you for question number 53rd? So, Mini Baragi is saying option number C, Lakshman is saying option number C, Himanshu is saying option number C. Option number C is the right answer. That is a system that combines elements of both fixed and flexible exchange rate policies, allowing for market driven fluctuations but permitting government intervention when necessary. Yes, Shikha, you have also given the right answer. Question number 54th is, what does the nominal exchange rate represent? Options are the amount of foreign currency need to purchase a unit of domestic currency, the number of units of domestic currency needed to purchase a unit of given foreign currency, the average value of a basket of currencies in terms of domestic currency, the inflation adjusted rate at which one currency can be exchanged for another, or the amount of domestic currency needed to purchase a unit of gold. So tell me, what does the nominal exchange rate represent? Everyone, guys, do let me know question number 54th. So Mini Bairagi is saying option number D. Okay. So right answer is option number B, the number of units of a domestic currency needed to purchase a unit of a given foreign currency. So if we are saying like $1 is equal to rupees 90, this is the nominal exchange rate, which means in order to have 1 unit of dollar, I need to spend rupees 90, right? This is the meaning of nominal exchange rate. So Lakshman and Shikha, you have given the right answer here. Question number 55th, what does the real exchange rate indicate? Options are the number of units of domestic currency need to purchase 1 unit of a foreign currency, the average exchange rate over a specific period adjusted for market volatility, the exchange rate that takes into account inflation differences between two countries, indicating how much goods and services in the domestic country can be exchanged for goods and services in a foreign country, the official exchange rate set by the government for all foreign trade, the exchange rate that applies only to a large scale transactions between central banks. So Lakshman is saying option number C. Okay. Mini Bairagi is saying option number C. Shikha is saying option number C. Yes, option number C is the correct one. So everyone has given the right answer. Mini Bairagi, Lakshman, Shikha, you all have given the right answer. Option number C is the correct one. Question number 56. Which of the following best describes a hard currency? Options are a currency that is difficult to counterfeit and is only used in domestic transactions, a currency that is backed by a gold reserves and is accepted globally without fluctuation in its value, a currency with high liquidity, widespread international acceptance, and backed by an economy with highly diversified and essential exports, creating constant demand and scarcity, a currency that is used only in international transactions and not within the issuing country, a currency that is pegged to a fixed exchange rate with another strong currency like the US dollar. Yes, guys, question number 56, tell me. So right answer is option number C here. That is a currency with high liquidity, widespread acceptance, and backed by an economy with highly diversified essential exports, creating constant demand and scarcity. So Lakshman, Mini Bairagi, you have given the right answer. Question number 57. What does current account convertibility refer to? Options are the ability to freely convert a country's currency into gold or other precious metals for international trade, the freedom to convert domestic currency into foreign currency for all types of financial transactions, including capital account transactions like investments, the ability to freely convert a country's currency into foreign currency for transactions related to trade in goods and services, income and current transfers without restrictions, the process by which a country pegs its currency to a major foreign currency to stabilize its exchange rate, or the ability to convert a country's currency into foreign currency only for government approved transactions. Yes, guys, question number 57. So right answer is option number C, that is the ability to freely convert a country's currency into foreign currency for transactions related to trade in goods and services, income and current transfers without restrictions. So Lakshman, Shikha, Mini Beragi, you have given the right answer. Question number 58, what does the term exchange rate refers to? Options are the interest rate charged by bank for loans in a foreign currency, the value of one nation's currency compared to the currency of another nation or economic zone, the amount of foreign currency a government holds in its reserves, the difference between the export and import values of a country, or the tax rate imposed on foreign goods and services. So Lakshman is saying option number B. Mini Bairagi is saying option number B. Option number B is the right one. That is the value of one nation's currency compared to currency of another nation or economic zone. So yes, Lakshman, Mini, Shikha, you have given the right answer. Question number 59. How does a rise in the price of foreign exchange affect India's exports and the supply of foreign exchange? Options are, it increases the cost of Indian product for foreigners, reducing exports and foreign exchange supply. It decreases the cost of Indian products for foreigners, increasing exports and foreign exchange supply. It has no effect on the cost of Indian products for foreigners or the supply of foreign exchange. It decreases both India's exports and the demand for foreign exchange, or it increases the demand for Indian currency, leading to a decrease in foreign exchange supply. Yes, guys, question number 59th. So right answer is option number B, that is it decreases the cost of Indian products for foreigners, increasing exports and foreign exchange supply. Question number 60th is what is the fixed exchange rate? Options are an exchange rate that fluctuates based on supply and demand in the foreign exchange market, an exchange rate that is determined by international agreements between countries, an exchange rate that is established at a specific level and maintained through government actions, typically by central bank, an exchange rate that changes daily according to the inflation rate of the home country, or an exchange rate that is determined by the economic performance of a country. Tell me question number 60th. Lakshman is saying option number C. Mini is saying option number C. Right answer is option number C only. That is an exchange rate that is established at a specific level and maintained through government actions, typically by a central bank. Yes. Question number 61st is what does the term devaluation refer to? Options are increasing the value of a nation's currency relative to other currencies, allowing the currency value to float freely without government intervention, reducing the price of a nation's currency in terms of other currencies, fixing the exchange rate of a currency at a higher value, or strengthening a nation's currency by accumulating foreign reserves. Number C, that is reducing the price of a nation's currency in terms of other currencies. Right? Now moving on to question number 62, that is what does the term devaluation refer to? Question number 62, that is what is the primary purpose of a government devaluing its currency? Options are to increase the value of foreign to increase the value of foreign imports and decrease the value of domestic exports, to lower the price of the country's exports and raise the price of foreign imports, boosting domestic production, to reduce inflation by making foreign goods cheaper, to attract foreign investment by making domestic assets more valuable, or to stabilize the currency by fixing it to the value of another currency. So right answer is option number B, that is to lower the price of a country's exports and raise the price of foreign imports, boosting domestic production. Question number 63 is what does the term revaluation refer to? Options are reducing the value of a nation's currency relative to other currencies, allowing the currency value to be determined by market forces without government intervention, increasing the price of a nation's currency in terms of other currencies, fixing the exchange rate of a currency at a lower value, or weakening of a nation's currency by selling foreign reserves. So right answer is option number C, that is increasing the price of a nation's currency in terms of other currencies. Question number 64th is, what does a flexible exchange rate system involve? Options are active intervention, active government intervention to stabilize currency value through buying or selling foreign exchange, a fixed exchange rate where the currency value is pegged to another currency or basket of currencies, a hands-off policy where the exchange rate is determined solely by the market forces without government intervention, a system where the central bank sets a specific target for the currency and adjusts monetary policy to maintain it, or an exchange rate policy that involves setting an upper and lower bound for currency value and intervening when limits are breached. Yes, guys, what is the right answer? Right answer is option number C here. Question number 65th is, which of the following components is included in the current account of a nation's balance of payment? Options are foreign direct investment, exchange of goods, purchase of foreign assets, uh, then government borrowing from foreign sources, or long-term loans to foreign countries. Yes, guys, tell me, we are discussing question number 65th here. So right answer is option number B, that is exchange of goods, that is export and imports, right? Question number 66, which of the following best describes the balance of trade, sorry. Options are the difference between the value of a country's total exports and total imports of goods and services in a given period, the total value of all financial transactions between a country and the rest of the world in a given period, the difference between the value of exports and value of imports of a goods of a country in a given period of time, the sum value of all monetary gifts and transfer payment to and from other nations, or the record of a country's government borrowing from foreign sources. Yes, guys, question number 66, what is the right answer here? So right answer will be option number C, that is the difference between the value of exports and value of imports of goods of a country in a given period of time. Question number 67, when is the balance of trade said to be in balance? Options are, when the value of a country's export of goods exceed its import of goods, when the value of a country's export of goods exceed its export of goods, when the value of a country's exports of goods is equal to imports of goods, when the value of a country's export and imports of service are equal, or when the value of a country's total financial transactions with the rest of the world are equal. So tell me question number 67th. Lakshman is saying option number C, okay. Right answer is option number C, that is when the value of a country's exports of goods is equal to its import of goods. Question number 68 is, what conditions lead to a surplus balance of trade or trade surplus? So options are, when a country's import of goods exceed its export of goods, when a country's export of goods are equal to its import of goods, then further when a country's export of goods exceed its import of goods, when a country's total financial transactions with the rest of the world are balanced, or when a country's import of services exceeds its export of services. So what is right answer for question number 68? Lakshman is saying option number C. Yes, guys, what about others? Right answer is option number C, that is when a country's exports of goods exceed its import of goods. Question number 69, what does the term net transfer refer to in the context of international economics? Options are, the difference between the value of exported and imported goods, the difference between investment income received and paid abroad, the difference between gifts or transfers received from other nations and transfers sent to other nations, the total value of foreign direct investment in a country, or the net income from the international trade in services. Tell me, guys, question number 69th. Everyone, guys, please do mention the question number. Question number भी mention करिए, please. Right answer is option number C here. That is the difference between gifts or transfers received from other nations and transfers sent to other nations. Guys, those who are not using, those who are not mentioning the question number, I will not take their answer into consideration. Question number 70th is, what does the balance of payment surplus indicate? That is BOP surplus indicate. Options are: the country has a net outflow of payments with more money going out for imports, transfers or investments than coming in. The balance of payments is exactly zero, indicating that inflows and outflows are perfectly balanced. The country has the net inflow of payments with more money coming in for exports, transfers or investments than going out. The country is experiencing a trade deficit with imports exceeding exports, or none of the above. Yes, tell me question number 70th. What is the right answer here? So right answer will be option number C. That is, the country has a net inflow of payment with more money coming in for exports, transfers or investments than going out. Yes, Lakshman, you have given the right answer. Question number 70. C is the right answer. Orophil, uh, Mansi, you all have given the right answer here. Question number 71st is, a government budget is said to be deficit budget if which of the following condition is met. Options are: estimated government expenditure is less than expected government revenue, expected government revenue equals estimated government expenditure, estimated government expenditure exceeds expected government revenue, expected government revenue exceeds estimated government expenditure, or the government does not borrow funds to cover its expenditure. So for question number 70th, Lakshman, Orophil, Nomesh, Mansi, you all have given the right answer. Now tell me the question number 71. We are discussing question number 71 here. According to you, what can be the correct explanation? Okay, so Mansi is saying option number C for question number 71st. Lakshman is saying C. Orophil is saying C. What is the right answer, guys? Right answer is option number C only. That is, the estimated government expenditure exceeds expected government revenue. Question number 72. What does a revenue deficit indicate? Options are: the government's total expenditure exceeds its total receipts, the government's capital expenditure exceeds its capital receipts, the government's revenue expenditure exceeds its revenue receipts, the government's expenditure on infrastructure exceeds its tax revenue, or the government's revenue receipts exceeds its revenue expenditure. So what is the correct one, guys? Here we are talking about the revenue deficit, guys. Do let me know. 72. So the right answer is option number, yes, everyone. Right answer is option number C here. That is, the government's revenue expenditure exceeds its revenue receipts. Right. So Lakshman, Mansi, you both have given the right answer. Shikha, you have also given the right answer here. Question number 73rd is, what does the term effective revenue deficit refer to? Options are: total revenue expenditure minus total capital expenditure, revenue deficit excluding interest payments on government debt, revenue deficit excluding revenue expenditures that are grants for the creation of capital assets, total revenue receipts minus total revenue expenditure, or revenue deficits excluding subsidies. Tell me question number 73. We are talking about the effective revenue deficit. What is the right answer, guys? So right answer is option number, yes, everyone. Right answer is option number C. That is, revenue deficit excluding revenue expenditure that are grant for the creation of the capital assets. So Lakshman, Mansi, you both have given the right answer. Orophil, Shikha, you have also given the right answer. Question number 74. What does the term fiscal deficit refer to? Options are: the difference between the government's total revenue receipts and total revenue expenditure, the difference between the government's total capital expenditure and total capital receipts, the difference between the government's total expenditure and total receipts excluding borrowing, the amount by which the government revenue receipts exceed its revenue expenditure, the shortfall in the government's budget after accounting for grants and subsidies. Yes, question number 74th. Lakshman, Mansi, Orophil, Shikha, everyone, guys, tell me what is the right answer here for question number 74th. So right, okay, Mansi is saying option number C. Yes, guys, what about others? Right answer is option number C only. That is, the difference between the government's total expenditure and total receipts excluding borrowing. Right. So Mansi and Orophil, you have given the right answer. Question number 75th. Which of the following options best describes the term primary deficit? Options are: excess of total expenditure over total receipts, excess of revenue expenditure over revenue receipts, excess of total expenditure over total receipts less borrowings, excess of total expenditure over total receipts less borrowings and interest payments, or none of the above. Yes, guys, tell me question number 75th. So right answer is option number D, that is excess of total expenditure over total receipts less borrowings and interest payments, right? So Mansi is saying option number D. Yes, Mansi, you are correct. Option number D is the right one. Question number 76. Which of the following best describes capital receipts? Options are receipts that neither create liability nor reduce assets, receipts that create liability or reduce assets, receipts that only increase government income through taxation, receipts that are generated from day-to-day operations of the government, receipts that exclusively come from foreign aid. So what is the right answer, guys? Question number 76. Which of the following best describes capital receipts? Mansi Singh, option number B. So right answer is option number B, that is receipts that create liability or reduce assets. Yes, Lakshman is also saying option number B. Question number 77. Which of the following best describes revenue receipts? Options are receipts that create liability for the government, receipts that reduce government assets, receipts that neither create liability nor reduce assets, receipts that are generated from the sale of government assets, or receipts that exclusively come from borrowing. Tell me question number 77, guys. Mansi is saying option number C. Guys, right answer is option number C only, that is receipts that neither create liability nor reduce assets. Question number 78 is which of the following is not an example of revenue receipts? Options are sale proceeds of goods, interest received, commission received, rent received, or sale of long-term assets. Orophil is saying option number 77 C. No, we are discussing question number 78 here. So right answer is option number E, that is sale of long-term assets. Question number 79. Which of the following is an example of non-tax revenue receipts? Options are income tax, corporate tax, sales tax, profit and dividend, or customs duty. Which of the following is an example of non-tax revenue receipt? Read the question carefully, guys. We are talking about the non-tax revenue receipts. Okay, Lakshman is saying option number D. So guys, right answer is option number D only, that is profits and dividends. Yes, so Mansi, Lakshman, you have given the right answer. Now the last question of the day, which of the following is an example of a capital receipt? Options are interest received on investments, sale proceeds of fixed assets, revenue from the sale of goods, commission received, or rent received from property. Yes, so Lakshman, Mansi, Orophil, you all have given the right answer for question number 79th. Now tell me about the question number 80th here. We are discussing about the example of capital receipt. So tell me which of the following is an example of capital receipt? Mansi is saying option number B, okay. Lakshman is saying option number B. Yes, guys, what about others? What is the right answer here? Right answer is option number B, that is sale proceeds of fixed assets, right? Discussion. I hope you enjoyed the discussion for both management as well as economics. And this is my name Prakash, guys. So if you want to, for example, the restart batch that we launched today only, or you can say super pack through which you